AGE.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. However, if left untreated, could lead to costly repairs. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of repair. From simple repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Our springs, rollers, and openers are tested by running them up and down, open and closed all day, 24/7, so you can feel confident with every A1 garage door repair. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Call today and take advantage of our $29.95 tune-up special.
Want to win a free motorcycle? I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'm giving away a free motorcycle valued up to $20,000. All you have to do is go to bikerswinorlando.com. That's bikerswinorlando.com. Enter today at bikerswinorlando.com.
I'm John Morgan, here to urge you to vote yes on Amendment 3 and legalize the adult use of marijuana. There are a lot of reasons to vote yes on Amendment 3, but let me give you one more good one. Today, too many adults are sitting in our jails simply because they were using marijuana, and that is just wrong. If I was your governor, I would free or parole every person in jail for possession and then expunge everyone's record. Amendment 3 will put a stop to this and let the cops fight real crime, not fake crime. I'm tired of people being thrown in jail for something that is less harmful than alcohol or opioids. So now let's finish what I started and join me, John Morgan, in voting yes for the people and for Amendment 3.
Vote yes on Amendment 3. Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Safe Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite 3, 321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
When you go to GiveMeTheVin.com, we treat you like a customer, not a number. We pay the most, we pay fast, and we take care of you because you're our customer. And that's why our reviews are awesome.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. The exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024.
Lots to get to today. From where is Joe Biden to Bodycam footage sets the internet on fire, and why soda cans are exploding on Southwest Airlines flights. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Yo, yo.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com, or you can watch the show, YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. We see your messages rolling right into the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday.
Hit that bell.
Share that
Yeah.
show.
Share that show.
Get it.
Share.
And here's what we'd like today, or here's what I'd like at the very least. If you don't mind, first, following all of us on social media, et cetera, but help us push over 24,000 on the YouTube channel. 24,000 subscribers over there is just like 80-something away. So all you have to do is go on your phone right now, go to YouTube, search for The News Junkie, and hit subscribe. It's as easy as that. The quest on a Share the Show Tuesday to bump us up over 24K.
Bump it.
And it should be a easy thing for you to do to support the show. So go over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie, hit subscribe now, and help us zoom over 24K on a quest to 100,000 subscribers over there. All right, how's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Let's go. Let's see what happens today.
Yeah, it's going to be a roller coaster ride of a show today, number one. Number two, man, I did not get a lot of sleep last night.
Oh, same, bro. Same.
Yeah.
What I did do is get into the fourth movie in the Alien franchise.
Oh, you're deep. You're going deep now.
I'll tell you what. That fourth one was interesting.
Yeah.
And that's all I got for you.
Did you see the trailer for the newest one that's coming out soon?
So I have only seen like the teaser for it. That's usually like the 30-second video.
Oh, yeah,
but
the longer
as soon as I
ones.
saw that, I'm like, okay, now I have to watch all of them because I do want to watch this new one.
Yeah, the longer one has a scene where the alien's like in one of the guy's body. And,
that's all of them.
Yeah, I think that's a thing, but it was like, whoa, okay, this is
times.
really, really intense to watch.
Do you think do they do those in CG now, or do they still do a little bit of like the practical old school movie magic?
Are you making fun of me right now? Is this a Twister joke that you're pulling on me?
No.
Do they actually use real aliens in the movie to make it look?
But I'm saying like I used to love when you would go to Universal. You ever gone to that the monster makeup show?
Yeah, sure.
And they show you how, like, on some of the older movies, for the effects, they had like the pneumatic machines making the aliens come to life. And I always thought that was like sometimes a better product than just straight up CGing it.
I mean, if you look at all like the first two movies, dare I say the third that was before 92, like you could tell it's all the special effects. And and then when it goes into like the late 90s is when they start with CGI. That's very clear.
Yeah.
But when you have that first moment of that alien coming out of a chest,
it's freaky.
It's something else, man.
I'll tell you, I don't know. I don't want to say one is necessarily better than the other because they're both art forms. Like the actual physical recreation of props like that. And then even the digital version, they're both very, very impressive on their own. But yeah, I think the old stuff sometimes holds up really, really well. Okay, yeah, so the quest to 24,000 today is your Share the Show Tuesday mission. We have so many things to touch on, so let's just get started. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Middletown, Ohio, friends. And that is where J.D. Vance, Trump's VP pick, was set out on his own for the first time. Here you go. There's no Trump to hold you up here. You got to have your personality do its thing and see if you can keep the crowd entertained like he can for a while. And J.D. Vance, I don't know what he's talking about. It's a weird moment here, but here he is.
It is the weirdest thing to me. Democrats say that it is racist to believe. Well, they say it's racist to do anything. I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too. But
wait, what?
He said, I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today, and I think they're going to call that racist. Now, is he just suggesting that they'll call anything racist, or is there something in particular racist about a Diet Mountain Dew that I'm not aware of?
He's saying that he's going to get to his point eventually, but he's like, they just call everything racist. Out of Diet Mountain Dew, they probably think that's racist.
Also, I'm going to go out there on this one, and some of you are going to get real pissed off at me, but too bad. I don't care. If you're an adult drinking Diet Mountain Dew, you are a loser. I'm sorry. An adult, a grown-ass, adult-ass man sipping on a Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay.
Yes, a Mountain Dew is a kid's drink. You get that on your fingies while you're playing your Nintendo or whatever. A grown-ass adult does not drink a Diet Mountain Dew as your regular go-to drink.
Diet Mountain Dew is for people who are watching their carbs but still want heartburn.
Mm-hmm.
And zero semen.
And want whatever the concoction is inside that bottle. God only knows.
Zero semen.
Isn't that the whole thing with Mountain Dew?
Yellow number 5.
No,
yeah.
I thought it was supposed to make it smaller.
I don't know. It's not something that was on my news alert. But from what I understand, Mountain Dew, it's something with your semen.
I don't know that any of it's true at all.
No, it's not. But it was one of those, schoolyard urban legends that if you saw somebody drinking a Mountain Dew, they're like, oh, it's got yellow number 5 in it. Your ding dong's going to get smaller.
As a kid, I was scared too. I was like, no, I got to get away from this.
That's kind of weird that kids had to think about that too.
Yeah, it was just a thing. I don't know if it was for you too, Celine, but people were talking about it so much. I was like, I don't want to drink that stuff.
I mean,
get away from it.
I didn't believe it, but I literally witnessed people checking the ingredients on stuff and go, no.
Yellow number 5? Not doing it. So, yeah, he drinks Diet Mountain Dew as an adult. And I'm so sorry. Some of you are sipping on it right now, and you're going to be so pissed at me. But that's loser-aid, man. You got to grow up. You got to have, a better adult drink. And I'm not saying it has to be like a cappuccino or a coffee or a latte or something, but, just adult it up a little bit more. Be respectable. Have a Coca-Cola or something. A Sprite,
those
like
are
an
two different
adult.
sodas, Sean.
Yeah, of course they are. But when you're an adult, you grow up from a Mountain Dew or a Diet Mountain Dew in this case, which is pathetic. And you go, I'm going to have a Sprite now. Like a real human being.
Sprite and Mountain Dew. I am not a Mountain Dew fan, but I know for sure that Sprite and Mountain Dew are two different sodas. That's a completely different flavor.
So is chalky milk. But when you grow up, you have to graduate from certain things to other things. You got to go.
Fingies and chalky milk in the last 30
because these are for
seconds.
babies. All of these things are for babies, and that's how they should be discussed. Unbelievable, this guy. He drinks Diet Mountain Dew. I can't take him seriously now. What does he go on to say?
It is the weirdest thing to me. Democrats say that it is racist to believe, they say it's racist to do anything.
One guy laughed.
I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too, but it's good.
Not as funny as Trump.
No.
Oh.
I love you guys.
Oh.
Wow, we were on
that
the
is
verge of a
cringe,
just
man.
clap. Trump is so much funnier than all these guys. When Trump's up there, you're going to laugh. J.D. Vance is giving it a shot, but he doesn't have the jokes.
You got to know how to sell it. You have one guy that's laughing at you, and you're like...
I wouldn't be surprised if Trump ditched this guy. I wouldn't be. It could be one of the last big surprises
if the
here.
Democrats could do it, then I can do it.
Yeah, and he's boring. He's talking about Diet Mountain Dew up there, and he's trying to make jokes. And Trump, if Trump sees you're not funny, I think that's a big one for him. Or maybe he wants the VP to not be funny so that he stands out.
Yeah.
His jokes stay the funniest.
If Vance got up there and did a tight 5 and they're like, this guy's funnier than Trump, that's when he would get dropped.
Yeah, get rid of him. Just dump him in a second.
Get this Diet Mountain Dew drinking loser out of here.
Oh, God. Well, there we are. We have so many things to talk about. But number one, I called it yesterday. I knew this was on the way.
It's weird. You were the only person that called this. Nobody else thought this would happen.
Don't take away from the fact that I'm always right, C-Lane, okay? Once again, I told you what happened before it happened. And Director Cheadle has resigned from the United States Secret Service. And
the guy from Ocean's 11?
No, not Don Cheadle. This is a woman, actually. She was in charge of Kimberly Cheadle is in charge of the Secret Service, or was in charge of the Secret Service. But it's kind of like being the guard at a bank when a bank gets robbed. At some point, you go, yeah, this was your gig, and you didn't really do a great job at it. She says to the men and women of the U.S. Secret Service The Secret Service's solemn mission is to protect our nation's leader and our financial infrastructure. On July 13th, we fell short on that mission. The scrutiny over the last week has been intense and will continue to remain as our operational tempo increases. As your director, I take full responsibility for the security lapse. In light of recent events, it's with a heavy heart that I have made the difficult decision to step down as your director. And then it says, as stated in the hearing yesterday, all of you are worthy of trust and confidence. You deserve the nation's support in carrying out our critical mission. Thank you for all that you do and will continue to do for our great nation. KAC, that's Kimberly Cheadle, the former now head of the Secret Service. Zap on the way out. And this has been a wild month. And I posted yesterday over on the dispatches section of the newsjunkie.com some other things that could possibly happen before the month of July is even over, just because it's been a roller coaster ride. One on the list has already come true because it was the head of the Secret Service stepping down, but there's some other ones out there. And there could be some pretty big bombshells. And we got so much more time, so much more drama to farm before we get to the elections even. I am taking an interest and watching some of the people responding to how Kamala Harris has been pushed forward as the new nominee. And I'm seeing these people, and I think it's interesting to note that they're very surprised. They're like, well, hold on. You know, we did all this voting, we did all these primaries, and this is just the way it works. The Democrats can just pick whoever they want, and then they get to be the nominee, and it's like, yes,
yeah,
this is how.
Were you not all screaming for Joe to get out?
Some of them will say no. Some of them will be like, I voted for Joe. I supported Joe. I still support Joe. And who's really in power? George Clooney and the top Democrats and the people who fund these campaigns? And the answer is yes. That's who's really in charge.
George Clooney is the equivalent of Tom Hanks for COVID?
Yeah,
perhaps.
He kicked the domino over that started this whole thing.
But to say that, wait a second, I voted for him in the primary. Was anybody running against him in the primary? Did they even have a primary?
They had people like Marianne Williamson or whatever her name is, and a few others, but they were also Rands. They had no shot, and they blocked them off a lot.
Who would waste their time and money running in a primary against an incumbent president?
It's a promotional campaign, essentially. It's just
like,
them.
I'll be back in
it's crappy
years.
promotion because I didn't know these people's names.
Well, but for people who are really tuned in politically, they would know at least some of them. And this is not a shot at you. I'm just saying, like, you probably wouldn't have watched if there was some PBS thing on the other people running against Joe Biden. Why? Because you were smart enough to know that none of those people were going to win. It's not going to be important enough to watch or keep a hold of. But the point there is true. The institutions, the infrastructure, the folks like Nancy Pelosi, these are the people who are the power keepers. They are the folks who are in charge of what actually happens. Not even your votes in the primaries. It's the establishment and the celebrities and the people who fund all this stuff. They can just say at the last minute, hey, we're going to put pressure on old man in the White House, and we're going to push him to step down. And then you vote for Kamala or Trump is going to win. That's the way it goes. And I think some people are confused.
There's some nuance to this, right? It's like we haven't had something like this in a very, very long time. So it's not like it's going to happen every single election. Hopefully it does not. But
No,
it
I
seemed
wouldn't
like a
think
decision needed to be made.
I wouldn't think it would happen earlier. I think people are just kind of taken aback at the fact that these people in power, rich people, elites, can come forward, not to sound all Alex Jones on you, but it's just the truth here.
Baby's blood, sorry.
They can come forward at a moment like this and have a pressure campaign that takes the person you voted for in the primaries away from you and just props the other person up who was on the ticket with them.
Then they're voting for gay frogs.
If they wanted to, they could put somebody entirely different up, right? And all this trickery is maybe not obvious to somebody who doesn't know a lot about politics. Like, there's so many complications. For instance, there was talk that Kamala Harris might choose Gavin Newsom, who's the governor of California.
Right.
But she can't really choose Gavin Newsom right now because to be the nominee, she needs to wrap up all these delegates that we were talking about, which are basically votes from people who are elected officials across the country. And if she wants to get California's delegates, she can't have Gavin Newsom on her ticket because both of them are from the state of California. And there's archaic rules in place that don't allow that unless Kamala Harris moves her permanent address to like Delaware or something. All this stuff is insane. You think at the base of it that you just get to cast your vote and then that's how democracy works. Whoever gets the most votes win. It's not. That's not what our system is. And perhaps our system needs some work if this is what we're looking at with the delegates and the super delegates, and they could just change the votes to whatever they want. It's all a very complex mess that seems a little less powerful when you go to the ballot box, I think. What do you think? Let us know. And I'm eager to hear from you today with your dispatches. Don't forget, share the show Tuesday, youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Help us eke over 24,000 subscribers over there. I watched Twisters.
I have to say something embarrassing.
Go ahead.
I have a confession to make.
What?
I am not subscribed to the News Junkie YouTube.
Whoa,
channel.
man. Come on. My video's that bad? The other ones, you were like, I'll watch the ones with me in it. The other ones suck.
Send share the show Tuesday.
Click-a-rooney?
I just clicked it. I subscribed. I rang the bell.
Look at that. Wow.
I did it.
What a guy. Thank you so much. Folks, everybody is on socials. And if you want to follow Sabrina for Share the Show Tuesday, follow her over on Instagram or whatever platform you want. On C-Lane, on his side, you could follow him on various social media platforms. Just share the show. It's a good way to do it, folks.
C-Lane.com. You can find them all right there.
Oh, is it all set up now?
C-Lane.com.
Oh, man. He's ready to go. This is the step forward in this show. I did watch Twisters last night, though. I did go to the theater. Have you guys ever been, this is we'll go local for a hot second, but just the rest of you will know what's happening. Have you guys been to the theater at Disney Springs?
Not in a long, long time.
There's a Dolby one.
Disney Quest? Like they turned Disney Quest into the movie theater? Or there was a movie theater?
I don't know. There's been a movie theater there for a while. But
it's been there a long time, and it's gone through various renovations ever since. I mean, when it opened, when they called that area like downtown Disney or downtown Disney West Side or something like that. And so I used to go there all the time, but I'm sure it looks a lot different than it used to.
Yeah, and they have a Dolby theater in there. Love it. Love it. Expensive, $22 a ticket for the movie, but the seats were a little bit tight, but it was the biggest movie
if they
theater.
Were tight on you, I'm out.
Well, you're just a little bit closer to the person next to you. It's not like an airline seat or anything.
Oh.
It's not as good as the other theater that we generally go to, where you're in a big old lounger.
Some of those theaters seat 12 people now.
I know,
but they have the biggest. You could fit an entire meal on the armrest.
That ain't bad. But then again, you get like a little tempted to take a nappy because it's really
comfortable.
Nice,
The Dolby one at Disney Springs, when we went in there, I go, this is huge. There's a second story up there. There's like a whole nother thing up top. You can get food and all kinds of stuff. And the brilliant thing that they do, which is why I will pay extra and go back to this theater, it's loud. It is loud in that theater. And when it's loud like that, nobody even bothers to try to talk to each other. There's no crosstalk. There's nobody blabbing. They can't even do it. It's
but
just
what if it's
cranking.
a super quiet movie?
If you go
That's
see A
the
Quiet
thing.
Place, you're probably still going to have the same issues. You're going to have like parts of the movie where it's, or there was parts of
Needed a per
Long
side
Legs.
WD-40 for Long Legs.
Yeah, Long Legs had some quiet parts in it where you're like,
well, if you paid extra for the loud theater to go see A Quiet Place, then I got a bridge to sell you.
But I loved that theater. It was so nice to watch a movie in. It was loud. It sounded great. The screen was really big. They were pounding their chest beforehand about like how you could see a movie in the theater or you could see it in the Dolby theater. And I like where movie theaters have gone. I like that we've gone through all these upgrades. The stuff that you get for food, what do they call it? The
Concession?
Concessions. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Concessions are better. They're better than they've been. They can still be better, I think, but they're getting better. And the whole process has improved. You don't have to sit at the stupid window anymore.
What, sit at the window?
No, you don't have to go to the window to get your tickets.
Oh.
You can pick what seats you want.
Dude, the movie I went to go see Long Legs, and I won't tell you where, but nobody checked my ticket. Like
Nobody even looked at your ticket?
No, there was no scan at all. Like
Oh,
it just
wow.
felt like we picked the time in which no one was working.
Maybe
but
somebody had an emergency or something.
I have no idea, but I was like, beep, 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 I can sit wherever I want.
Normally, when you go in, they just scan you right at the entrance, and they go, "Theater's right over here," and you shuffle your way in. Oh, I like it. I think it's better. It's a much better experience.
They used to have at that theater some options where you would get table service when you watched your movies. But I think this might have been a pandemic related thing. They've shifted in such a way that instead you can order stuff and they'll deliver it to your seat.
Yes, yeah, that's cool.
That's badass.
I think this is big time upgrades, and there's alcohol. Anyhow, we'll talk about Twisters at some point, and when we return, we have to get down to what's happening on these Southwest flights, because if you're flying out there over the next couple of months, cans are exploding. Soda cans are exploding on Southwest flights for some reason.
That happened to me recently.
Mountain Dew?
Might be. Could be some of them Diet Mountain Dews blowing up on JD Vance. We'll talk about what's happening, why it's happening, and what you need to know. That's coming up next in the News Junkie.
Need to hear someone else's opinions before reconciling your own internal phobias? We got you, fam. Hey, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
On I-4, you could expect your regular delays before State Road 429, slowdowns between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535 around the perimeter of I-4. No major problems on State Road 429. Traffic is up to speed on the Greenway, and it's pretty mellow on the beach line so far. There's congestion where Conroy-Windermere Road meets Apopka Vineland Road due to an earlier accident around there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Saucy Nugs, a whole new way to nug. The best nugs are now even better. Wendy's new Saucy Nugs take the nugs you love and sauce them up in bold flavors, including buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, and spicy ghost pepper. Try them all today. For a whole new way to nug, it's gotta be Wendy's, a participating U.S. Wendy's.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st, streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Men over 45, do you have a frequent, urgent need to urinate or a weak flow? Do you suffer from an enlarged prostate or BPH? Know your options. If BPH medications are bothering you, or you're worried about invasive surgery, ask about the UroLift system. The UroLift system is an outpatient, minimally invasive procedure. It reopens the channel with no cutting and provides rapid symptom relief with no new, sustained erectile or ejaculatory dysfunction, as shown in a clinical study. Go to urolift.com and click on Find a Physician for a doctor near you. Urolift.com. UROLIFT.com. Most common side effects are temporary and can include discomfort when urinating, urgency, inability to control the urge, pelvic pain, and some blood in the urine. Rare side effects, including bleeding and infection, may lead to a serious outcome and may require intervention. If you suffer from symptoms of an enlarged prostate or BPH, the UroLift system is a proven alternative to BPH medication or invasive surgery. Visit urolift.com and click on Find a Physician to speak to a doctor to see if you're a candidate for the UroLift system.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by July 31st, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Zero Foxtrot isn't just a brand, it's a way of life. Founded and operated by veterans, Zero Foxtrot's unique apparel and gear echoes the grit of the warrior culture. Zero Foxtrot dedicates itself to producing content, honoring the sacrifices of forgotten heroes of the past, and connecting history to the present. Embark on a journey with Zero Foxtrot today at zerofoxtrot.com. It's not merely our products, it's about the ethos that we embody. Rugged, resilient, and timeless.
The best kept secret for couples and singles is a secret no more. Secret's Hideaway Resort and Spa, Kissimmee's adults-only resort, is hosting the Monsters in the Morning for a live broadcast, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. this Friday. Come on by for the live show and stay for the Secret's Sexy Christmas in July event and pool party on Saturday, July 27th. Visit secretsfl.com. That's secretsfl.com for more information and to make your reservations. And don't miss the Monsters in the Morning live broadcast, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. this Friday.
Cam found out that group chats between different phones aren't private.
Or
encrypted, thank you. We only text in code.
Yes, which I created. I created a code.
Yes, which can be a little annoying.
Wait, was that your attempt at the code?
You already forgot the code, didn't you?
I should have written it down.
The place to safely send messages between different devices. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Call A1 Garage today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1 from day one.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day. But when we're driving, cooking, and working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage. N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage. The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is
the show Tuesday. I think we're like 40 people away from 24,000. The goal for a Share the Show Tuesday. Go over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Hit subscribe. I think this is a better idea. We'll take like one thing each week and direct you right toward that, so we can have like a little goal. And this is an easy one to hit. So we're very close to that. Go over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Just hit subscribe so you can see when we go live on the show. Anonymous emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. We were talking about how J.D. Vance was bragging about drinking Diet Mountain Dew for some reason. Anonymous says, supposedly Mountain Dew lowers sperm count. I was once at a casino in Montana. They didn't carry Mountain Dew due to the meth heads. Apparently, they love it. I've not heard this before.
Does it make meth work faster or something?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the drive for meth heads would be. But I did want to get this out there just for the, correction squad. Tartrazine, which is what is in Mountain Dew. An urban legend about Mountain Dew ingredients is that Di-Yellow 5, tartrazine, lowers sperm count. Tartrazine has never been scientifically linked to any of the alleged effects in the legends, nor has any other component of the drink, so says Wikipedia, if that is to be believed. And I think they're probably right on that. But it was very widespread with no internet, no internet to speak of, and everybody knew this. The things that went viral before the internet, it's much harder back then to explode something like that, but certainly it happened from time to time. He says, are you going to talk about resignation? I think he's talking about the Secret Service resignation. It was obvious to me. I told you that was going to happen yesterday. I didn't see any way. It wasn't tenable for the head of the Secret Service to stay on. It was kind of a ridiculous thought that she would stay on after such a massive failing of the protection of a former president at a very public event. And there were so many things that went wrong here. It has to fall on somebody's shoulders. And so that she resigned is not a big surprise to me. But I would like to see something bigger happen, and I don't even know if it's possible, like a mass douching of all the alphabet organizations of all politics. To me, it's so important, and it seems difficult to achieve this in this day and age. But organizations like the Secret Service, the FBI, the CIA, the IRS, all the alphabet crews, right? They should be without politics. There should not be partisan actors operating in these spaces at all. And things seem to have swayed that way over the last decade or so. And so anything we can do to stop that would be good. So the next leader of the Secret Service would be well served by saying, we are going to remain an absolutely independent, politically speaking, organization. We want to protect everybody under our care, and we are not going to make the mistakes that we made when Trump got shot in the ear, right? I don't think that's too hard to do, and I think it should happen. Some stuff shouldn't be political. Really, the judiciary shouldn't be political. Oh, my God, would that be great? But, we're so far down that road that it's going to take a lot of fixing to get to a better spot there. There
you
is...
You did ruffle some feathers, by the way, with your Mountain Dew takes.
Well, I know, people are mad, but it is what it is.
You said, somebody said on the texting service, you call any man who drinks Mountain Dew a child, huh? Mm-hmm. Coming from a guy who took baths instead of showers until he was 40, F off.
There's nothing that is not masculine about taking a bath. That's a weird thing you have ingrained in your head from, I don't know, some sort of childhood trauma. I do not take baths anymore simply because it's easier for me to take a shower in the morning. It's more effective for me to just pop in the shower, get all clean and get out of it. Did it this morning, easy peasy, right? But it's not a masculine or feminine thing in any way, nor is it a childish thing in any way. But Mountain Dew, when's the last time you saw somebody in a very professional setting pounding a Mountain Dew? It's like a kid or somebody at the X Games.
On a construction site?
Not even a construction guy would be drinking a Mountain Dew. They're getting the Gatorades and the Powerades.
Well, yeah, they need those, but some people pick them because they got a lot more caffeine.
When you grow up, you drink Sprite. That's what you do.
Which has no caffeine.
Sprite's great, though.
I mean, but they're two different. Mountain Dew and Sprite don't taste the same, man.
I know that they're two different things. I understand that. What I'm saying is you have to graduate from one thing to another. I bet you don't drink apple juice still in your age.
I would. I don't buy it, but if given the opportunity for an ice cold apple juice, I'd jug it. No problem.
Oh my God! I don't. Just kid stuff.
Every once in a while, if I'm at a continental breakfast at a hotel and they have apple juice on tap,
the little carton, or on tap too,
because the bag isn't. It's like
my
a bag.
Dad loves apple juice.
It's in a refrigerator. It's refrigerated. And you just.
By the way, apple juice is more defensible than Diet Mountain Dew. Apple juice, you could say, is more defensible than a Diet Mountain Dew. Just because Diet Mountain Dew is all right, I'm getting charged up on my Mountain Dew. And it's okay. It seems a little weird to me that a grown-ass adult is drinking that. But here we are. You could like move on to a Red Bull even. That would be a maturation of the moment. If you say like, I'm going to go to an actual energy drink here. This is going to be better for me. Let's go over to this story. Speaking of soda cans are exploding on Southwest flights. And let's see what's causing this, because I don't want this to happen near me. Hot temperatures in the United States have led to a unique phenomenon on Southwest Airlines flights, exploding soda cans. Sealand, you acted as if this possibly recently happened to you or occurred on a flight you were on?
No, it happened. I had a soda can that was left in a cooler.
It actually exploded? Or
that makes sense. Was it outside?
Yeah. It's
just
got really
roasting.
hot. The top blew off of it.
Yeah. I mean, look, it doesn't take much. If you freeze them too much, they blow up, I think, too, right?
Well, yeah.
If you put them in the freezer, they'll explode, too.
That's just because of your physics.
News.com has learned that around 20 flight attendants on Southwest Airlines have been injured so far as a result of these exploding soda cans. Texas, Las Vegas, Phoenix, all those airports, it's super hot there. And that's where you've seen the incidents of these exploding soda cans. And there's been a surge of this, they said. For the safety of our employees and customers, we're taking education and mitigation measures on all heat-related hazards. We're aware of the exploding soda cans, says Southwest Airlines, and we've begun taking steps to attempt to mitigate it. So they're on the case, they're working on it, and they'll get this fixed soon enough, I guess. Over on Twitter, I'm seeing Biden has canceled all of his political travel this week. People are wondering, where's Biden? Where the hell is Biden?
Well, he
dropped out.
He did kind of promise an address to the nation.
Yes, and that's supposed to be on Wednesday night, I believe. But people in the meantime are speculating crazy. I think a lot of MAGA folks think he's RIP right now. I've seen so many fake stories.
But he's not alive.
Yeah, they think he's dead. They literally think he's dead. Like, one of the chief purveyors of misinformation is this dummy named Laura Loomer on Twitter. And constantly it's like, I've got a bombshell coming in 5 minutes. And then the bombshell is always some lie. It's nonsense. It's fake. She's peddling nonsense. And it was like, Biden's dead, basically. They just haven't come out with the information
Did he
yet.
not just call in to something?
He called in, but then when he called in, Kamala Harris was like, Joe, you're still with us on the recording. The phone call. And they go, look, you see?
Oh.
It was recorded before his death. And it was, and it's like, come on. Biden is alive, barely. There's
also a fake letter going around saying that Jimmy Carter's dead.
Yes, I saw that too. And that's obviously not true because you can't kill Jimmy Carter.
No, he will be alive forever. I would not be surprised if he runs for president in 4 years.
He could be Kamala's VP pick. There's an inside the ballpark chance that he might make that cut.
I mean, if JFK Jr. is up for VP at some point in the last couple of years, then why not Jimmy Carter?
Look, it's not out of the equation. The man will not die. He's just not doing it. But Biden's not dead. He's canceled all his political travel this week, which is like, another red flag, because he's not on the campaign trail anymore. He dropped out of the race. He's not doing this anymore. He was supposed to go to Texas tomorrow and then attend 3 fundraisers in California, 1 in Colorado. He'll be in Washington this week. The travel will be rescheduled, an official said. What's happening with Biden is he's now going to focus on giving this address to the nation, which hopefully he doesn't magoo at and have some big gaffes. And after that, he might whisper his way through. But after that, Biden is literally, my guess is that he's going to do exactly what he said. He's going to try to do as much as he can in the rest of his term before he's popped out of the White House by either Kamala Harris or former President Trump in January. And the question is, what's he going to try to do? What's he going to make moves on? More of these student loans that he's unilaterally dismissing? More of that? Is he going to pardon Hunter? Yes, is the answer. Is he going to pardon Hunter even though he said he was not going to do that? Yes, he will do that. And what else is he going to push through? Because he has limited time, but he's going to put all of his focus, I think, on trying to pull off some big political feats in these months. I don't think he's dead. I think that if you believe that he's dead, you might be a little unhinged.
Maybe I'm dead inside. Look at my eyes.
Might be a little bit out there. We want to hear from you. How about that? Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Tammy on YouTube saying, I hope he does something with SCOTUS. That's very much in the cards. Very, very much in the cards. If they can get Sotomayor. How old is Sonia Sotomayor?
Let's see.
Can you check for me real quick? 70s?
Because 70 even.
70 even. They were trying to get her to retire. And the reason why is what happens if she ends up getting sick? What happens if she ends up retiring in the middle of a Trump term? Then you get another Trump appointee on the Supreme Court, and that has long-lasting effects. But as we've seen, some of these Supreme Court justices would rather just die on the Supreme Court than bow out early and have somebody replace them. And it's very possible that just like when Obama tried to get a last-minute replacement on the Supreme Court, they stalled the hell out of it, and he doesn't get somebody through. So there's a lot of potential outcomes there, and it'll be interesting to watch all of those for sure. Okay, when we come back, we will hear from you with your dispatches. I'll talk about the Twisters movie last night and some of the trailers that came before it, which are even more important, I think. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
All aboard for Real Yacht Rock Weekends. Every weekend this summer on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Tuesday forecast. And today, while temperature-wise we won't be quite as sweltering as yesterday, we'll still expect a high of 94 degrees and a feels-like temperature of around 106 in Orlando by this afternoon. We'll also see some scattered showers and thunderstorms, most of these not arriving, though, until around 4 or 5 p.m., with best chances likely taking place between 6 and 8 o'clock this evening. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's, home of the $5 Biggie Bag. The Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag is the GOAT of fast food deals for a lot of reasons. Here are 4 of them: a junior bacon cheeseburger, nuggies, fries, and a drink. It's also just $5. And unlike the other guys, it's not going away after a month. Get out there and get the bag. The Wendy's Biggie Bag. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Mills Air is a locally owned, family owned and operated, and a fantastically honest company. And with your air conditioner, people will screw you over. I'll just be real about it. They will. They'll come out and see your AC, and they'll notice that there's a $5 part missing, or if you just clean this up or fix this, it'll be repaired and working perfectly, and you won't be any the wiser. So why not just hit you with a big giant bill that you don't actually need to pay for? Mills Air is run by a man named Leon Mills, who's a principled guy, who's an honest man, and who wants to build a customer for life out of you. And he's going to try to do that as best he can with his amazing techs that can service any kind of AC out there. They've been in business since 1992. That is over 30 years they've been doing this. They're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, and they get you huge rebates toward a new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to Mills Air. You can call them right now, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Join us in Mount Dora on Saturday, July 27th at downtown Sunset Park for Last Call Mount Dora, presented by Century 21 Spouses with Houses Realty. Enjoy live music performed by the Johnny Morgan Band, street entertainment, food and beverages, and fireworks at dusk. School supply donations are encouraged and will support Mount Dora Public Schools. Event begins at 5 p.m. and is free to the public. For more information, visit cityofmountdora.com. Brought to you by the City of Mount Dora, Advent Health Waterman, and Visit Lake.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The #1 cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
And now another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own, you know what?
Honey, shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Get into summer with iHeart80s. iHeart80s goes commercial-free this weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart80s, and start listening now. Free never sounded so good.
Zero Foxtrot isn't just a brand, it's a way of life. Founded and operated by veterans, Zero Foxtrot's unique apparel and gear echoes the grit of the warrior culture. Zero Foxtrot dedicates itself to producing content, honoring the sacrifices of forgotten heroes of the past, and connecting history to the present. Embark on a journey with Zero Foxtrot today at zerofoxtrot.com. It's not merely our products, it's about the ethos that we embody. Rugged, resilient, and timeless.
Ready to be a part of the magic as a cast member at Walt Disney World Resort? We are hiring a variety of full-time and part-time roles with great benefits like theme park admission, exclusive discounts, and more. Apply today at waltdisneyworld.jobs.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
particular potential vice presidential pick from Kamala Harris could be really strange now that I'm thinking about it. And I'm no presidential historian, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this has never happened before in the history of the United States of America. Tell me what your thoughts are on this.
All right.
If Kamala Harris was to pick Mark Kelly, former NASA astronaut, and husband of Gabby Giffords, who was famously shot in a parking lot, promoting her campaign. Yeah, shot in the face rather by some lunatic during her campaign. Mark Kelly has an identical twin.
Whoa!
Ooh. I don't know.
Do they look like each other still, though?
Pretty close. Okay. If you look up Mark Kelly, identical twin, you'll see them like next to each other in some of the photos. I don't know that we've ever had a vice president or a president that's had an identical twin, because everybody would be fearing the switcheroo at some point in time. You'd be like, is this the person that we elected, or is this the identical twin that's up here talking to us?
As an older sibling to identical twins, I will say that unless they keep it up, I feel like it takes effort as adult identical twins to continue to look like each other.
Oh, it does, big time. I don't know if we've ever talked about this when we brought this up before, but on Big Brother one year, they brought in identical twins and they were switching them out like every couple of days. And they had to keep their looks exactly the same. And even still, there were tiny differences that people could notice. They had to like switch out earrings. They had to like debrief each other on what had happened in the time. Like, hey, by the way, I kissed this guy while you were out. And she's like, what? I got to kiss the guy? And it was a whole thing. So there was some work that would have to go in, but they could pull the switcheroo. They could pull the switcheroo, I think. Aventusaur on Twitch says they're not identical anymore after his twin spent time in space. I don't think it works that way. I know it stretches you out a little bit or something.
Is the twin in politics too?
I don't know. I just know Mark Kelly has a twin. I remember that from hearing stories about their family. And if he was the vice presidential pick, it would be strange because he would be the first one that's an identical twin that I know of. It could be that if you go way back, there's something like that. But this seems like one of those weirdo stats that the sports guys in the political world point out, I think. So I watched Twisters last night, which it was good. You know, it was good. It was like kind of corny and cheesy at moments, but it was a fun ride through a tornado movie where they desperately exaggerated the power of tornadoes over and over again. But you have to do that. Like, is it going to be exciting if they're like the people in the theater were safe? No, it's like they got to have some damage. You got to have people flying around. All the craziness that happens. And they're on a little mission within the movie, and there's like some love storylines. And it is what America wants. That's why it made over $80 million for a movie that didn't cost all that much comparatively, probably 200 all told. And it's already at 80 on its first day out here domestically, or first weekend out. This is a movie that's just a pitch right down the middle. A lot of the movies are made for people in the West Coast and East Coast areas, and Los Angeles and New York City, big city people. And then they make something like this, and everybody else in the center of America comes out, shows up, and wants to go to the movies again. It's just like Top Gun. They just want to see a fun movie. They don't want a bunch of politics in it. They don't want you to try to think you're smarter than them with some stupid plot where, you know, it only truly makes sense if you've got a 165 plus IQ. They don't want you to do all of these stupid things where you pussy out on an ending and you just kind of fade to black. They just want a good, fun movie, for God's sake. And every time one gets served up to regular ass Americans, the normies buy the tickets and the asses hit the seats. And it was super, super busy in the theater I was in. So I would guess that we're going to see another busy weekend ahead. Some dude in the chat says, I heard Twisters doesn't have Helen Hunt in it. Lame. It does not. No, it does not have the original folks in it. It's got some new folks, and they all do very good.
Glenn Powell.
Yeah,
right?
he does.
And then who's the actress?
I forgot her name, but she's very good in her role. She does a great job. And her and Glenn Powell have good chemistry
But they don't
working
kiss,
together.
I saw a headline. It's like they just decided not to kiss.
No, and Courtney and I were debating on that afterwards. When we were walking up the stairs to go back to our car after the movie, Courtney was like, by the way, I was wrong. He is hot. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I knew.
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, why were you surprised by this? The guy's in all these movies, he's a rom-com guy at the moment.
Courtney, that's the last Glenn Powell movie you're going to be watching with Sean.
No, I don't care about that stuff. I'm fine by that. I think he did a good job. I think he's really likable. He's kind of like Matthew McConaughey in this movie. He's even got like the all right kind of aw shucks, here I am in my truck kind of voice to him.
Not giving a care in the world.
No, not at all. No, he's that guy. And again, it was like, okay, it was fun. But what hit me more than that was the previews that I've been seeing. And what does everybody think about this? When you see a preview for a movie, and that movie, you know damn well, is a musical, but you cannot tell from the trailer that you're going to be getting into a musical when you go see this movie. It seems...
What movie is in question here?
Two right now. Two. Joker Folie à Deux is one of them, which means Crazy 2 or something. Joker Folie à Deux, the Joker follow-up, is a musical with Lady Gaga in it. And I'm sure that'll be cool, but a lot of people don't like musicals, so they don't want to turn people off. And when they show the trailer, they have some singing in there, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a, welcome to hooray for Hollywood type like musical thing. It seems like it's just going to be a crazy fun movie. And the other one is Wicked. When you watch the trailer to Wicked, you're like, oh, this is just a badass revamp.
Well, Wicked is definitely a musical.
Mm-hmm.
Joker was like when first promoted, everyone thought it was going to be fully a musical. From what I understand, this new trailer that just dropped, it's like, no, they're going to have speaking parts as well. There's going to be musical elements. No, I think the real okey doke that Society was set up for was the Mean Girls remake.
Yep.
In which you go to watch that and it's like, oh, the entire thing's a musical.
Yeah.
And I think people need to be prepared for that.
The Joker one has at least 15 cover songs, making it a jukebox musical, and it says original tracks may be added.
Yeah.
That's enough songs to be a musical.
there's a lot of singing, and a musical, like it's a musical in the sense that, you've got your dialogue, but you've got a lot of music. You're like leaning heavy on songs in the piece. And that also happened with Wonka. I watched all the Wonka trailers, and you start watching, you're like, oh, this is a musical. He's going to be singing along to this. And it kind of felt a little bit, I don't know, it felt a little misleading. Aaron on YouTube says, everybody knows Wicked is a play, so the movie will definitely be a musical, LOL. I don't know that everybody's going to get that message. When you say everybody, sometimes you are likely thinking of everybody in terms of how you think, right? Most people don't know what Wicked is. More people than not probably don't know what Wicked is. More people than not probably have not gone to see Wicked on Broadway. More people than not might be first exposed to Wicked with this promotional campaign with the movie trailer. And they'll be like, whoa, this is upgraded Wizard of Oz with awesome special effects.
It'll be my first time ever seeing Wicked. I've heard throughout my entire life how incredible Wicked is as a live performance, and I've never seen it. So, and the same went with like Rent, for example, or Les Mis. I did not see until it became like the live action, theater version of it.
Yeah, right.
And with that,
Trash musical.
I'm a what?
Les Mis.
He's not a fan of Les Mis.
I liked it, but
go after Pippin right now, and you'll really hurt his feelings.
Did they put that in the movies yet?
What?
No.
It was optioned forever ago, and they still have never made a movie out of it.
They'll probably
screw it up.
Following the trends here, yeah. I just think sometimes they pitch something to you, and it's a little different than you expect. And then when you see it, you might like it anyways, but it seems a little tiny bit misleading to me. And also the big one is the Deadpool and Wolverine, the new trailer that they played before Twisters.
That one's a musical?
No, but they made it a musical in the trailer actually.
So they've done the opposite for that trailer than the thing that pisses you off about the other trailer.
Yes, they did actually. But it looks pretty good. That one looks like it's going to be a fun time too. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. When we come back, we'll get down to what's happening in space right now. That is of note and of danger. And more importantly, yet another officer is in trouble for sharing some grisly photos that he should not have shared. Why does this keep happening? And what can we do about it? All those details coming up next on the News Junkie.
Casino passes for the 2024 Just Call Mo Real Radio Celebrity Poker Tournament are still available. Go to realradio.fm/poker for more info.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's bumper-to-bumper traffic on I-4 eastbound before County Road 46A due to an accident. 2 right lanes are blocked there. Traffic is backed up from Longwood Lake Mary Rest area. The left shoulder is still blocked on I-4 westbound due to that accident before Lake Mary Boulevard there. And you can expect your regular delays on I-4 this afternoon before State Road 429. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Saucy Nugs, a whole new way to nug. The best nugs are now even better. Wendy's new Saucy Nugs take the nugs you love and sauce them up in bold flavors, including buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, and spicy ghost pepper. Try them all today. For a whole new way to nug, it's gotta be Wendy's, a participating U.S. Wendy's.
Summer is here.
Things are heating up. Literally.
Need help paying that AC bill? Well, Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hands. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you a keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., and all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. 13 chances every weekday, blah, blah, blah. We want you to win, so if you get a call, make sure you answer your phone, because that's the key to winning. This contest is brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts, now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit. 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322. 800-954-3322.
Hey there, it's Russ Rollins. I'm talking to all the homeowners out there who are tired of staring at their cold swimming pools. It's time to stop wasting money on a pool that you can't use. With Solar Source, you can enjoy your pool year-round like I do. Top 5 things Solar Source customers do after solar heating their pools? Well, spend time with your family. Go nighttime swimming. You got movie nights in the pool. You got water workouts and much more. Friends of mine, friends of Russ Rollins, can save big money when scheduling a free consultation today at solarsource.com/monsters. Don't wait any longer. Start enjoying your pool again with Solar Source.
Hey, Cam, mind sending me over our new Wi-Fi password?
Oh, sorry, Mitch, you can't be trusted.
What?
It's your phone. It's different than mine.
Cam! And I thought I was a judgy one.
No, it's just messages between different devices aren't encrypted.
Okay. Since when do you know about encryption?
I know what encryption is, and it's because I'm the last line of defense against any would-be Wi-Fi thieves.
Cam, come on.
Okay, fine. I'll send it somewhere more private.
Thank you.
Safely send messages between different devices. On WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage. Navage. Breathe easy.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Frank Gay Services has something cool for you. Keep your AC running smoothly with our expert service. Experienced, professional, friendly, and speedy care that earned us thousands of 5-star reviews. That's the Frank Gay way. Visit frankgayservices.com or call for details.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. The exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics. It's the
We'll get to that in a second. It is a Share the Show Tuesday, friends. That's when you help out by sharing the show. Today's mission, we just need a handful of more people to go over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie and subscribe to the channel for free over there. youtube.com/thenewsjunkie with an IE. Hit that subscribe button and we'll break over 24,000 on that channel in just a bit here. Hey, Sean. Mountain Dew, a lot of people responding to the Mountain Dew shots fired earlier. Mountain Dew is the most popular drink in Ohio. Yikes, Ohio. I have always found the correlation between Mountain Dew and NASCAR interesting, says Brandon.
All right.
If you ever see a guy in a NASCAR shirt, buy him a Mountain Dew. If you ever see a guy drinking a Mountain Dew, ask him who's going to win the upcoming race. It actually works, so says Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate that. Melissa emails tipsofthenewsjunkie.com and says, here's proof of my claims about the twin being changed in space. She's talking about Mark Kelly, who I said if Kamala Harris picked Mark Kelly as her VP, the astronaut guy has an identical twin. And that was never happened before, as far as I know, for a president or a vice president. And she sends over this. It says, the landmark twin study brought 10 research teams around the country together to observe what physiological, molecular, and cognitive changes could happen to a human from exposure to space flight. This was accomplished by comparing retired astronaut Scott Kelly, while he was in space, to his identical twin brother, retired astronaut Mark Kelly, who remained on Earth. Click below to find the goals of the study. And they said that there was some differences afterwards between the two identical twins as a result of the exposure to space.
And their DNA?
I don't know. This is a whole damn thing. So getting into it, I think they're just dicing it up that afterwards you could tell a difference on a physiological and molecular level.
Weird.
That there was something different from the person who went to space versus the twin that did not. Speaking of space, let's stay in space where nobody's panicking, but it feels a little emergency-like over there, because Boeing and NASA's Starliner mission has now exceeded the 45-day battery window being docked at the International Space Station. They were initially approved to stay for about 45 days on the ISS, but no date has been set for their return, and they're still working on some stuff.
Hop on another country's ship back?
I think they could in a pinch. I think in an emergency, they could launch something up to them, which we weren't able to do in the past. But that's kind of cool that we might be able to throw something together and save somebody if there was a bigger problem. It says, while Sunday was the end of a 45-day window the mission was approved for, NASA and Boeing have said the batteries are performing and the capsule is safe to stay past that window on the ISS. Would they like this to be behind them? I'm absolutely sure of that. But I would share with you, I haven't heard anybody that's overly concerned if it took another week or 10 days or so, says Ray Lugo, a space expert. He says, nothing to worry about, no space emergency just yet, but we'll keep our eyes on it. Now to my real bone I want to pick here. Let's get over to this, because this is not new for us on this show, and it seems to be a much more common practice amongst law enforcement than anybody would allow for. We seem to be finding over and over again that cops take photos of dead people from famous stories, celebrities, whatever, and they share them around to people, share them around to friends sometimes. The cops were sending around photographs of Kobe Bryant's dead body after he died in the helicopter crash.
And wrecked. I mean, I recently saw a video which had the autopsy, like, drawings, essentially, like, of what happened. I mean, it wasn't just, like, his dead body. Like, he got his arm ripped off and stuff.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was, and not a picture for the public to have access to.
No.
Did those get publicized, or did those get leaked?
They didn't make it to the public, but they found that they had been sending them back and forth to each other. The officers had sent it to several other people on their cell phones. And it's just like, this is gross. This is gross behavior. There's so many things that seem so much more commonplace amongst cops like this that need to stop immediately. And this is the Osceola County Sheriff. Marcos Lopez is his name, who's scheduled to appear in court later this year after receiving a civil summons, claiming he violated Florida's public records laws when a photo appearing to show the body of Madeline Soto was posted on social media. The photo, which our friends at Fox are choosing not to show, was posted to Lopez's Instagram account back in March after the 13-year-old girl's body was found in a wooded area in St. Cloud. The Osceola County Sheriff's Office previously confirmed that the photo was accidentally included in a photo collage, which was intended to showcase Sheriff Lopez's attendance at a community event for seniors. He had the photo on his phone. He had a photo of Madeline Soto's dead body on his phone, and he accidentally posted it to his Instagram account. Now, I want to know a lot more. I want to know who Lopez sent this to. If it's on his phone, is he firing this off to other officers and his friends? Is like, here's the body of this person in this story that's gone viral. Here you go. Take a look.
Or are they taking like evidence photos on the same phone that they used to make phone calls and Facebook posts on behalf of law enforcement?
I would certainly hope not. I would hope that wouldn't be the case.
Well, if
that
that's the case, this is evidence. This is a clear sign that they needed to switch up that particular protocol.
Yeah, let's toss it out. Cop friends. Maybe friends of other people.
How about my cop friends?
Sea-Lane's cop friends. Let's go over to Sea-Lane's cop. I still love you, cops. Mostly, if you're a good cop, I dig you. I'm fine with a good cop. Bad cops, not a fan. Sorry. And I've encountered some of them. But if you're a Sea-Lane's friend and you're a police officer and you're listening to the show, what's protocol there? You get to a scene, you've got a death. Are you supposed to just use whatever you have? Like you use your phone to take a picture of the body of the person and then you send that over as evidence via your phone? Or old school, you get like somebody who works in the crime scene unit and they have a camera, they take the pictures the old fashioned way and then they fire them off through all the different procedural paths you have for evidence. That's why I would think it would go. Dexter style, somebody's on the scene taking a picture.
Yeah, somebody shows up. This is our jurisdiction now.
Yeah, they're trying to push him out of the way, and it's a hell with you. And there's a struggle
Take it up
for
with
power.
the chief,
right? And then somebody's taking real, genuine photographs, not just snapping pictures on their cell phone. I don't think that the sheriff should be taking pictures of dead bodies of people and sending it around to folks, or even setting himself up for accidentally posting it on Instagram.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they are taking pictures like that, maybe teach them to use Instagram. Maybe do a little seminar on how to avoid posting pictures of dead bodies. Is that what happened? It was in a collage?
It was in a collage of photographs. And like Sabrina's saying, maybe give that a second look. Because now it's out there. Now the parents could stumble upon the photo of their dead daughter, which maybe they would see in evidence anyways. But you don't want that out there. Of all the things you wouldn't want out there, that seems to be number one. At least it would be to me. CNJ Forge on YouTube says it's not just cops. Firefighters do it too. And not just of celebrities. The more gruesome the scene, the more likely they will take and share pictures, which is pretty insane to me. Papa Shroom says, what? There are no bad cops. If that was true, all the good cops would tell on the bad cops. If they didn't, wouldn't that make the supposed good cops bad cops also? Stop with your circular logic, sir. It's not going to fly around here. I do know this. There's a video today that has a lot of people up in arms, and rightfully so, of it's body cam footage we'll talk about a little later on, of some woman in Illinois.
It is awful. It is horrendous.
She called the cops. It's an important part here. She called the cops because she thought there was somebody who was like stalking her house. She thought there was not an intruder, but like a peeping Tom type person who was outside of her house, and she called the police. And the police showed up to her residence, and we'll go through this in more detail later. And a cop shot her right through the eyeball and shot her again, and then kind of made some comments that were super disrespectful and insane after doing this, because she had a pot of boiling water on the stove. And they started talking about that, and she had grabbed it. And when she put her hand on the pot of boiling water, he summarily executed her in the kitchen of her own house. And the guy's charged for either murder or manslaughter. I'm not sure what the exact charge was just yet. We'll hit that when we talk about it later. But just unbelievable. Like,
and said it right before.
Yeah,
he said it right before. We'll
after he said you hear him on the body cam. He says something to the effect of, "She got killed over boiling water." And I thought to myself in that moment, I said, "What is the barrier to entry for me being able to use deadly force on that cop? What level of threat would I have to be facing to where I could shoot a cop and kill a cop, use lethal force on a cop. That level is undoubtedly a lot higher than you've got your hand on a pot of boiling water and I'm across the room right now. It's undoubtedly higher than that. Okay, we'll get into that as we go on. But this sheriff in Osceola County obviously made a huge mistake. And if he sent this to anybody else, if he sent this to any folks who are law enforcement, media, or otherwise, he should be tanked immediately, gone, dismissed, just like the Secret Service lady. See you later, sayonara. We shouldn't allow these people to continue to operate. The union shouldn't back these people up. And you shouldn't allow cops to break the law or violate trust with victims' families. But maybe that's just me. We'll see what you think. Let's go to your dispatches. We can work in one real quick right here. And let's see. Here is Miami native Mike with a dispatch.
Good day, news junkies.
Hello.
Sean, what's your thought of Liz Cheney being vice president? Give that one a thought.
On Kamala's ticket? I don't think there's any shot it's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be like this weirdo unity ticket that everybody wants. Kamala has to win over the far left of her party, and I don't see the Republicans taking some sort of unity approach. Why would the Democrats take some sort of unity approach and get like a Liz Cheney on the ticket? I don't think that's happening. I don't think Manchin's happening. I don't think Cheney's happening.
Is Liz Cheney even like in the game?
I don't know. I think she got voted out. Let me see. Liz Cheney wiki. Because she started to go up against all the MAGA stuff, and she represented Wyoming's House of Representatives seat from 2017 to 2023. And now she works at the University of Virginia Center for Politics. So I don't know that she would ever be in the conversation. Here is Funny Name talking about lukewarm take.
Hey guys, happy day. Sean, normally I agree with you. You are consistently correct on your observations and most of your opinions.
True.
But I think you're way
Mountain
off
Dew.
base with the Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Every construction site with all, working dudes on it, they're all drinking Mountain Dew. And Daniel Dennis, your buddy, his favorite drink is Mountain Dew.
Oh, no.
And aren't you the one that used to drink White Claws, which is kind of like, hey, when you grow up and mature, maybe move on from something like White Claw? Anyways.
White Claw's too expensive to be for kids, and not to mention the alcohol. If Daniel Dennis drinks Mountain Dew, he gets the pass. He gets the pass that I'm handing out. He's allowed to do that.
I thought you were going to double down.
Because he can hold that can of Mountain Dew and be twice as funny as everybody else I've met in my life. So he could pull that off. But J.D. Vance talking about his Diet Mountain Dew, just as cringe as the Kamala Harris brat storyline that's going around with CNN talking about what does it mean to be brats? What does it mean Kamala is brats? And it's old people talking about the language of the youth, and just weird. It's just strange. One more. Here's Dingo talking about exploding cans. Let's hear about that.
What up, news junkie? Dingo here.
Hi.
Hey, want to chime in real quick about the exploding cans. I used to put a 24-pack of Dr. Pepper in the back of my Honda Civic to take to work, and because I didn't want my son getting into it. It was like what I drink at work at night. I work overnight. And those things started exploding in the back of the car, and it would wreak havoc on all the other chaos that's going on in that car. But no, it's not a pressure thing. It's not an airline thing. It's not a Southwest thing. There is something going on with these cans.
What?
We have to get to the bottom of this.
We got can mystery going on. Dude. So it's not even about the heat or the airlines or the pressure, or it's the cans themselves. That can't be, unless it's just one type of soda that's blowing up. Everybody can't be making the same mistake, and the sodas are exploding.
Mine was a Coke Zero.
Yeah, and that one exploded, like completely exploded, or just a little bit?
Oh, the top blew off of it.
Oh, see, it blew up good then. Yeah, that sounds dangerous.
It was a catastrophe.
Waste of soda.
Oh boy, catastrophe. I know that when I was little, there was a story.
Like a name for this little drama here. I'm gonna be specking some, shopping them out.
Yeah, see what you got. Drop a couple, and we'll see what sticks. When I was little growing up, I don't know if it was a story in the news or story my dad knew or otherwise, but there was a story about people's groceries would be exploding in the hot sun. And there was a story about a guy who was driving his car, and he thought he got shot in the back of the head. And he was holding the back of his head, and he was like heading to the hospital. And what happened was he had a thing.
This is an urban myth.
Of those poppin' fresh doughs, you know, like the biscuits that you have in the can.
Yeah. I could see those exploding.
And it popped open with force, and some of it hit his head, and he thought he was like holding in
his brains.
Some of his brains, and he had the dough that they have inside of that behind his hand. Don't know if true or false or just one of those old viral stories. But
I said, Doc, I'm holding my brains, and he's like, no, that's Pillsbury.
It's delicious.
They are good. Oh, aren't they? Man, still to this day. All right, this is the last one. Another person angry about Mountain Dew, and Dr. Ravioli steps up.
Dr. Ravioli here. I wanted to chime in on this Mountain Dew thing. I'm not really a Mountain Dew drinker. It's not my thing.
Don't
I don't
chime
really
in.
drink much of any soda, but Mountain Dew was originally created to be a mixer for things like moonshine. So that probably makes it way more of a grown-up thing than Sprite, because Sprite's kind of trash. In fact, all their marketing that I can remember growing up always seemed to be geared towards younger people being hip and cool and playing ball and stuff like that. So I don't know where you think that Sprite is more of a grown-up.
Sprite is adult, sir.
I mean, it's just not correct, but you know.
Wow, Sprite is in the category for me of Coca-Cola, or if you're a weirdo, Pepsi. And it's just like an adult soda if you'd like to sip on it. A nice, refreshing time. And I don't think Mountain Dew has ever like gone that route. By the way, let's keep up with the fact checks in real time. The biscuit bullet, I found it on Snopes here. It says, claim, a woman sitting in a car is convinced she's been shot when a loud bang is immediately followed by an impact to her head, producing a sticky mass on her cranium. The brains she tries to hold in turn out to be a biscuit dough from an exploded can. And it says, legend. So...
That's like, I like how Snopes can have one that goes, we don't know. We wrote this so you'll go to our website, but we don't actually know, so we're just going to mark it as legend.
There's a bunch of articles that were written about this happening, but they say they can never like actually track down the person. In 1997, this legend showed up on an episode of television's High Incidence.
Never heard of that.
I don't even know what that is, but they're saying it's a legend as of now. But I remember that story growing up. My dad even told that.
From a cop friend said, we had an officer after the fact seen somewhere take a photo of a traffic homicide victim. They said they were just taking a photo of the bad crash to emphasize to their wife that she needs to wear a seatbelt. He was written up. He also doesn't work with us anymore, but that's unrelated. It's not appropriate or common practice, in my opinion. Also, cell phone records, work phones, but if they use personal phones for work accounts, are public record, and you can request that sheriff's text message history of the time frame.
Okay, thank you. Very, very helpful. Appreciate the input, and we'll hear from you, too. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to send a dispatch and join the show. When we come back, A24 has been cranking out a lot of movies, but they might have themselves in a bit of a pickle here. What's happening? We'll talk about that and a whole lot more. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. He's got a pretty mouth.
Ease up, Dan. What are you doing?
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
There's an accident on I-4 eastbound before County Road 46A. It's going to be there for a while. 2 right lanes are blocked and traffic is backed up from Longwood Lake Mary Rest area. There's an earlier accident on the westbound side of I-4 before Lake Mary Boulevard. It's off to the left shoulder, and you could expect your regular delays on I-4 eastbound before State Road 429. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Enjoying the News Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. The summer is here. We're celebrating our freedoms, and this is a great freedom. The freedom to get a free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA. Just a few minimum requirements, $699 value. But when you consider that in 30% of heart disease cases, the very first symptom is sudden death, you got to make that move. You want to be around for many, many summers. If you're not doing it for you, man, do it for the friends and family around you who do want you around. And remember, you don't take off your clothes. There are no dyes, no injections, and the entire process only takes a few minutes. And here's something else to consider. 40% of people are diagnosed with cancer at some point in their life. Detecting cancer early is very important. You can do that with Life Imaging FLA and their cancer scan. And here's how you make your appointment. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. Guys, make that call today. Make this the year that you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The final countdown begins. Team USA is headed to Paris, and iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the Summer Games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Only on iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
To be edgy, but you get yourself in trouble because you're clumsy whilst doing it. There is somebody who got fired. He's suing over his firing. I don't think he's going to have much luck, okay? I don't think he's going to be successful in his lawsuit about why he was fired. Why was he fired? It was the office of the San Francisco District Attorney, right? And the San Francisco District Attorney sent an email, which was like a calendar invitation for everybody on the staff for an anti-discrimination meeting. So, they do these things sometimes at work, and they make you go to some stupid meeting for some stupid learning session, yada, yada, yada. And you send it out to everybody who works for, in this case, the San Francisco District Attorney Office. And one of the guys replies to this, or reply all to everybody. And I think what was happening was, he said he was texting back and forth with his frat bro, his fraternity brother. And I think what he was trying to do was pretend like he was responding reply all with an inappropriate comment to something that would be an invitation for an anti-discrimination meeting, but he accidentally hit send. And the comment he sent as a reply all was, "What color panties are you wearing?" And it went to everybody. God, and they fired him for doing it. And he said, "I apologize. It was a huge mistake. I'm so sorry." The email was sent in response to the DA herself, Brooke Jenkins. So she was caught up in all of this. He said, "I sincerely apologize to everybody. Please know this is not who I am as a person, as I carry myself with respect and dignity." And he said he's now suing the DA's office as well as Ms. Jenkins after being fired for the blunder. He said people in the office contacted members of the press about the incident to spread the word, and he is now suing. Good luck, sir.
I would be just racking my brain. I would turn off my phone for a while, and I guess it was his email anyway, but racking my brain on how I could morph that sentence into something. So I'd be like, I was doing the voice to text. And I said, "What colophon are you painting?"
Yeah, you're going to really have to work to get that one through, but maybe it's possible. He didn't go that route. He just started apologizing profusely, and edgy joke gone very, very wrong.
I mean, it's very easy. I had the typo once that I was like, "Oh, yeah, when you're in town, we should hang out." And but instead of H, I typed B. But it's like, that's understandable.
Yeah, and then you got to chase that down, and then they're never going to believe you all the way. Like you might get them to believe you 95%, but there's still 5% like, did he want to say banging out? Is that what he was going for there? Well, you'll never know.
She knew what I meant.
We'll get to these dispatches just a moment from now, but we all know who A24 is at this point. A24 and Blumhouse have been in, I don't know, I'd say the last 5 or 6 years, super successful with a brilliant model. The model that was commonplace for so long in recent history rather, was these movies being huge, big budget productions, a lot of comic book movies and stuff. Cost so much money. It's impossible if you didn't have a mega hit to recoup all the cash that it costs to make these stupid bloated movies. And Blumhouse and A24 stepped into the void and said, we can make movies on a very tight budget. We can do profit sharing with the lead actors in the production that we're doing. We can get really sweet distribution deals so that the theaters have additional content and it helps them out in the slow season. And we can build a big company off of this with our brand. Oh, it's an A24 movie? Oh, it's a Blumhouse movie? There's a credibility attached to it, sort of like National Lampoons used to have, right? And I think they've done very, very well at that. But this is the first time I've seen a scandal from them, and it's all about Maxine, which is the latest in a trilogy of movies that is led by Mia Goth, who I talked about how in some of these other movies that have been in this series, Mia Goth has been crazy good. Crazy good. She has had some scenes in this series that have been some of the best acting I've seen in a while, and it's been interesting watching this progress. But now she's in trouble because James Hunter, who is an actor, I guess, who was behind this, and he says that he was kicked in the head by Mia Goth during the production of this movie, and A24 refuses to release the footage from this scene that they were filming. He said he's now in a battle with the production company and the distributor over raw footage of the film. He says may confirm the incident. His lawsuit says the alleged kick from Mia Goth caused him disorientation, vertigo, migraines, nightmares, and severe emotional distress, all from a pop to the head.
This was filmed so long ago, my dude.
Maxine,
is he mad because it didn't make the final cut?
No, he's trying to. It sounds like they're trying to not either say that it didn't happen or they're trying to squash the footage so that they don't have as much liability.
Yeah, and here's what he's saying. He's saying he was in a scene in Maxine where he was to lie down in the dirt and play dead with his head next to star Mia Goth. And she nearly stepped on him while doing the scene. And then he says she kicked him in the head, and that's what caused this damage to him.
Oh, no.
Now he's really, really hurt, and he wants to sue A24.
Is this worth it, man? Because you will not be asked to go to another movie set if this is what you were going to bring up and start this battle with.
Yeah, my gut tells me this guy was just an extra, like somebody not really vital to the movie, who also happens to be drama prone and lawsuit happy. And he's like, this is my opportunity. I'm going to say she kicked me in the head in one of these scenes. And it's like a slip and fall at a grocery store where the moment something happens, you're like, I'm going to sue and I'm going to go after you.
Oh, I don't know if he made this up. I mean, he probably did. But if it's real, that's terrible. He says that Mia Goth told him, it says extra too. Mia Goth allegedly told extra suing her for battery on set that, quote, nobody will believe you because you're nothing.
Oh,
that's exactly what he would say in that circumstance, right? Like, how do I make her look like a monster here? I got to go like, do you know who I am kind of thing?
You don't subpoena for civil lawsuits? Is that not something that's court ordered?
I don't know. I think you probably can, right? Because you have to get access somehow to evidence.
I think that you if your lawyer isn't good, he provides you with some sort of notice not to destroy evidence. Yeah.
And then this guy's lawyer is like, just go public with it. We'll see how it goes in the courtroom.
They're starting to make money over there. Let's go after them as quickly as we can. All right. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Move over, nonstop news about U.S. politics. There's another revelation that's sending people into level shooketh, and it's all about Hello Kitty. Emma Watson was just her minding her own business at university when he who shall be at least 1,000 feet away showed up. Plus, the four tops are now officially topless. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Tuesday forecast. And today will be another hot and humid day across Central Florida with a high of around 94 degrees in Orlando with feels-like temperatures in the low 100s. We'll expect about a 60 to 70% chance of some afternoon showers and thunderstorms as well. Much of the Saharan dust will be on the way out, and it will be gradually thinning out as we head into this afternoon and evening, turning much clearer for Wednesday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A., copyright 2024.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
Another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Funerals are expensive. Do we have enough for ours?
Yeah, I bought Smart Bunny final expense insurance.
Get up to $25,000 coverage for funeral expenses and other needs for as little as $14 a month. Hop on the Smart Bunny app now for final expense insurance. Smart Bunny Insurance. Your Insurance Super App. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to InventHelp.com to get your free inventors information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at InventHelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors received more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential and explain every step of their invention services. Remember, that's InventHelp.com. InventHelp.com.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
I'm John Morgan, and I'm asking you to stand with me and vote yes on Amendment 3. Amendment 3 will be on your ballot in November, and it will allow adults to possess or safely use marijuana, and that's a very good thing. Amendment 3 will put an end to bad laws that not only cost us millions in law enforcement dollars, but also cost thousands of Floridians their freedom. Nearly 250 years ago, our nation declared our independence. Now it's time for us to declare our independence from laws that demand jail time for simply having or consuming marijuana. Our system of treating adults who consume marijuana as criminals is madness. Join me, John Morgan, in supporting our own Declaration of Independence and vote for the people and vote yes on Amendment 3.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Safe Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite 3, 321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by July 31st, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
entertainment and beyond. And if you missed any of the show, go to thenewsjunkie.com. There you'll find all the links you need to catch up with the podcast, and it's free for you no matter what platform you are using. Hopefully you go with iHeartRadio at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
A potentially unsafe situation.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. He's on every single weekend right here on Real Radio. Or if you want to listen to the past episodes right there on the website, thatmortgageguydawn.com. Or if you want to just get the process started on refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, expanding your business with an SBA loan, and so much more, work with That Mortgage Guy Dawn and start it by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
It was a mere 6 years ago, 2018, the National Transportation Safety Board urged people to stop jumping out of their cars for the viral challenge.
Oh, yeah. Ghost Ride the Whip or whatever?
Try again, though.
Wait, what was the year?
That was 2018. Ghost Ride the Whip is more of our time.
That was more like 2007.
No viral, unless you uploaded it, but it took a really long time. But this was after Drake's song. It was hashtag blank, blank, blank. 2 points still on the board.
Oh, I forgot the name of the song.
In My Feelings.
Jump out, bro.
It was the In My Feelings challenge, the viral challenge where people danced to Drake's song outside a moving car, and I believe 2 people died.
Wow.
I have to go to the wiki page, but
I mean, it makes sense,
6 years later.
Listen, I never died ghost riding the whip, so.
Because I think that was on the sunroof, was it not? Or you had to, when you were ghost riding the whip?
I thought you got out or something. I don't remember.
You got out and you let the car idle, and then you dance, and you just kind of dance next to it, or just hopped on the hood or something.
Well, joining those that failed in the In My Feelings challenge is the last member of the Four Tops.
Oh, yeah.
Duke Fakir.
What? What'd you just say?
Fakir. You tell me. Fakir. Well,
is he the one that told the doctors that, hey,
that's what I was trying to remember. I don't think that it was. But maybe one of you guys, while I talk about his death, can look it up. But Duke has passed away, the last surviving original member. I do believe it was a replacement member that we were talking about a couple weeks ago. But he died earlier this week in his home in Detroit as a result of heart failure. And his family says in his hometown newspaper that...
Four Tops. No, you have Four Tops.
But it was a Duke that was told that he was crazy when he claimed that he was part of the Four Tops?
This just says Four Top singer sues hospital after staff didn't believe he was part of the band. And his name is Alexander Morris.
Different guy.
Yeah. This is one of the originals. He enjoyed a 70-year career in music before retiring early this year. And the family adds, we find solace in Duke's legacy, living on through his music for generations to come. So may he rest in peace.
Fatality.
Emma Watson is resting a little bit easier because her stalker was arrested.
Uh-oh.
Girl can't get a damn master's degree without the stalker showing up.
She's still in college?
She's getting her master's in creative writing at Oxford. And her stalker, Chad Michael Busto, was boosted after showing up to Oxford, demanding to see her. Spoke to people saying he went to the maid admissions center trying to gain information. He also told the publication on campus that he was trying to connect with Emma Watson. However, the claim was made about me because I was asking around, but it was not made by Emma herself. So she may still want to see me. I guess in the past he's been able to make some sort of contact with Emma while visiting Oxford. Chad Michael Busto said he would have tried to talk to her about the big case that he had tried to win in the past. He's referring to the false claim that he won a federal case declaring that the United States justice system was illegal in 2021. Also falsely claimed in another lawsuit that he was granted ownership to Hilton Hotels chain. The whole thing.
All right. He sounds a little bit crazy to me.
Another court filing, though, because it doesn't stop there on the crazy train. He submitted was made mostly of a bunch of Pokemon cards.
I like that.
So now he has made his way over to the UK and the UK jail cell. And best luck with finishing up the master's degree. This is very exciting. And I saw recently just covered, looking over at CNN, but they are saying that she's never been so brat, Kamala, and she's never been so blessed with getting the green light by Beyonce to use freedom as a welcome, the first official visit to her campaign headquarters in Wilmington, Delaware. Is she from Delaware as well?
No, she's from California.
Okay, that's what I thought. But that's
she
where
lives in D.C.
Biden was hanging out with the COVID stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then also where her headquarters is. So Brat HQ.
It's all right there.
I say Harris, confidant, said her team. I have like, okay, have you ever had like a little fuzzy in your nose and every time you breathe, it's tickling you?
Just pick it. Pick it out of there.
It might be a nose hair.
It's not a nose hair because it keeps flipping up. And I addressed my nose hairs this morning as well as my mustache. Thank you very much.
Have you ever tried the wax for the nose hairs?
No.
It's
I don't
transcendent.
really have long nose hairs.
It's
beautiful.
beautiful.
It's more of a guy thing.
It's transcendent. You like it?
Yeah. It's great.
Have you seen it when the stick comes out and the wax is still stuck in you?
No, the wax all comes out perfectly. Every single hair in there comes out.
How often do you have to do that?
I got to do it now. Every like month and a half or 2 months, and then you rip it all out, and then you just nice and clear.
Yeah,
good to go.
I don't have a lot of nose hairs, but I did use my Prime Day mustache trimmer this morning, which was
a trimmer, like a shaver,
like a little micro thing. Instead of
why don't you
waxing
just put the waxing would be easier, wouldn't it?
No, it's not. This I found to be the easiest, with the exception of it's so high pitched that Carl loses his mind.
Does it feel good to wax the nose hairs?
Yeah, it does. It feels great.
That's
and
weird.
afterwards,
So you're like a bit of a, was it masochist or sadist? Like you like pain a little bit?
I'm telling you, it doesn't really hurt that bad.
And then sweet merciful air.
Yeah, and then you get it all in there. You're just taking it in.
Well, anyways, Beyonce gave Kamala permission to play Freedom during that. No permission from that French shoe store, who is now very upset because there are a lot of fans of Elton John going in to just pee in a bottle and make a viral video. They thought it very weird because we heard the news before that Elton John had to pee so bad, but apparently they don't have bathrooms.
All right, this is next level because we remember when the family in Albuquerque who resided in the house that was used for Breaking Bad told people, stop throwing pizzas on the roof, please.
Yeah, the lady was mad.
And then there's like, stop peeing in bottles in my clothing store?
Or maybe get a bathroom. But I don't know. Just if you happen to find yourself in France looking for shoes, please do not pee in a bottle at the place that Elton John did that. And also no peeing here, but replace the P with FR. I got a free fun show coming up soon. That is the worst segue I've had. But coming up on Friday, I'm playing with Luscious Lisa, DJ Sab Rangoon, fluffing up the crowd. Also, the Shabooms will be there over at Tuffy's in Sanford. So I just posted the information on my Instagram at Sabrina Amber. Give it a follow, too. On the Boob Tube, crazy, crazy stuff happening. And it's stuck to the back of this page. Second season premiere of The Surreal Life on MTV. The 12th season premiere of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Beat Shazam, Celebrity Family Feud. And Anna Faris is going to be on After Midnight. Follow your dreams and say it with me, American.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Wait, they only did one season of the original Surreal Life?
I think this is a new version of it, from what I understand.
So the second season, the new version.
It's the Surreal Life reboot.
Okay, I didn't even know they were doing that. Did we talked about who was on it? Or like,
I thought we grazed over it.
Yeah.
Grazed. You know, we touched upon it.
All right, yeah, I don't know. It's been a while.
It's like Olympians, but also, gosh, who was it?
We did
Chet
go
Hanks.
over this. Yeah, we
Chet
did
Hanks
go over
might
this.
have impregnated somebody.
On the show?
That's all I've heard on TikTok.
Okay, all right, there's a little drama there.
Rumor has it.
Might have something worth checking out. When we come back, two very, very famous YouTubers in a world of trouble, and we'll get into what the allegations are there. Plus, cocaine sharks, my friend. Yeah, it's in a real news story, and it might be the reason why some of these sharks are a little bit more fired up this year. What's happening with the Shocane? Shocane is a different thing.
Not bad.
Shocane carts.
Shocane is if we all do cocaine together and try to get through 4 hours of this show. But this is going to be Cocaine Sharks, and you'll see what happens with this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
There's off-ramp backup from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive and intersection backups where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. Slowdowns on I-4 eastbound before State Road 429 and bumper-to-bumper traffic due to an accident on I-4 eastbound before County Road 46A. 3 right lanes are blocked and traffic is backed up from Longwood Lake Mary Rest area. That's going to be there for a while. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
The Injured on the Go, JustCallMo.com Real Radio Charity Poker Tournament benefiting the mustard seed of Central Florida is sold out. But don't fret, you can still join us and your favorite celebrities in the Home Loans Radio Casino. Enjoy food from Hard Rock Cafe and a Michelob Ultra while witnessing who wins it all at the Solar Source Final Table. Saturday, August 17th at the Orlando Science Center. Casino passes are still available. Go to realradio.fm/poker for more info.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-954-3322, 800-954-3322, 800-954-3322.
Hey there, homeowners. Russ Rollins here. Are you tired of staring at a cold, unused pool? It's time to make a change. Spring is the perfect time to add solar heat to your pool and enjoy it year-round. Solar Source customers, they enjoy family time, nighttime pool parties, movie nights, birthdays, and even low-impact workouts. Don't let your pool be a monthly expense with no enjoyment. Schedule a free consultation from solarsource.com/monsters. Remember, friends of Russ Rollins save even more money.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're seeing the unseeable. Using advanced imaging technology, our experts can look deeper into the human body, uncovering the smallest of details that would otherwise go unnoticed, leading to more accurate diagnoses and treatments. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Introducing Lumi for Men, and we named him Mando. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman's brother, the inventor of Mando Whole Body Deodorant for pits, packages, and feet. Because we all know our pits aren't the only places we get odor. Mando Whole Body Deodorant is different from anything you've tried before. It stops odor before it starts, powered by our acidified technology. Mando controls odor anywhere you have it. Her patented whole body deodorant formula has over 200,000 five-star reviews. And because Mando has a 60-day stink-free guarantee, you can try Mando risk-free. Give Mando whole body deodorant a try today and smell like the stink-free man you were intended to be.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 222 and get an extra $5 off a Mando starter pack that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, 2 free products of your choice, and ships free with code 222. Go to shopmando.com, code 222, for an extra $5 off a Mando starter pack. That's shopmando.com, code 222.
It's the time of year when everyone is making plans to hit the road. If you're gearing up to get outside, Amazon Automotive is here to help. Whether you're hitting the beach, the trail, or somewhere in between, you'll find great deals on parts and accessories for your car, truck, motorcycle, or RV. Simply visit us online to customize your vehicle with a wide selection of floor mats, bike racks, camping equipment, power sports, accessories, and more. Get going today at Amazon.com/automotive. That's Amazon.com/automotive.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
Cam found out that group chats between different phones aren't private.
Or encrypted.
Or encrypted, thank you. We only text in code.
Yes, which I created. I created a code.
Yes. Which can be a little annoying.
Wait, was that your attempt at the code?
You already forgot the code, didn't you?
I should have written it down.
The place to safely send messages between different devices. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Aaron, most migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies are easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
and bring you some entertainment each and every day to get you through all the chaos, all the insanity that's happening in the world of everything viral. And that includes, obviously, the news. And we've had a lot of that as of late. Let's move over to a different territory for a moment. We try not to stick on anything for too long on the show while keeping you up with everything you need to know. So headed over to the world of YouTube. There are not one, but 2 YouTubers in controversy right now. One is a popular commentary YouTuber by the name of Cody Ko, who you may be aware of.
I was, he was like one of the first I remember seeing on like Vine.
He's got 9 million subscribers. So odds are if you've been in the world of YouTuber, you might be aware of him. And now he is embroiled in an ongoing controversy after fellow YouTuber Tana Mongeau, I don't know how to say her last name properly. I know who she is. She's a big drama figure.
It looks like it could be Mongeau or something like that.
Yeah, Tana Mongeau. She's always like lol cow in the world of drama farming and stuff. Some of it's entertaining. And now she's saying that this guy, Cody Ko, another YouTuber, had sex with her when he was 25 and she was just 17 years old. And she said, "Oh my God, no one look at me, Cody Ko. I could say that. I was literally 17." And it started to be picked up by some of the drama YouTubers, which there are a lot of them now. It used to just be like there was one dude, his name is Keemstar. He did the drama alert stuff, and that's how you kept up with YouTube drama. Now there's a cottage industry of people who crank out videos with stuff where you don't know any of the people involved. Probably
it's It sounds like she was on the canceled podcast.
That's her podcast.
But that is her podcast?
Yeah, that's a podcast that she does with this other woman.
Because it seems like she wasn't initially trying to call him out. She was answering a question when a fan asked her about the smallest
that you encountered
she's ever had sex with, and that's why she said, "Oh my God, no one look at me." It was Cody Ko. I could say that. I was literally 17.
But then you have the internet putting pieces together.
Yeah, and they did the math. So they're like, wait. If you were 17, he would have been 25 years old, and then it becomes a whole thing. Everything this woman is involved in becomes very intense in the drama world. She's made a lot of money off of being very popular on the internet for just this kind of stuff, and now there's a ton of pushback. And also, everybody knows the Mr. Beast world, at the very least. Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTube creator, and Mr. Beast has a whole, like, I don't know if it's a staff. I don't know what you want to say. Like, he's got a crew of his friends that appear in all the Mr. Beast videos.
He's an entourage.
Yeah, he does. He has an entourage because he's from some small town and he's just explosively popular. If you're above the age of 30, maybe 40, and you don't know who Mr. Beast is, everybody younger than 30 knows who this guy is. He's probably the most famous person in the world to people under 30 years old.
I'm familiar with the name, but if you gave me a picture of 6 dudes,
lineup?
Could not pick out who he was.
Really? You've never seen a Mr. Beast video?
No, I mean I've seen it, but
you just don't remember his face
right now? No.
Yeah.
It's a little forgettable at times.
Yeah, he is. That's true. Like he's a dude with a beard and a mustache, and there's a million people look like him.
I'll watch his videos every now and again. I like the NASA guy, the engineer, better.
Mark Rober.
Mark Rober is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching one of his videos the other day, and I can't turn it off. And then he was like showing clips from a different video. I was like, whoa. You made a dartboard that no matter where you throw the dart, it moves itself so you get a bullseye?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's insane. I was watching the puzzle making video. Anyway, long story short, I'll watch some Mr. Beast videos, and then if I don't watch them for a while, I'll forget what his face looks like. That's that kind of guy. But if you watch him all the time, sure, you're going to recognize him.
Courtney always says if one of those videos comes on, she's like, this is YouTube content for boys. And I said, what is it? I think it's like, it's all exploding cars and jumping over a giant crevice to try to get Beast to try to get $1 million. And if you could do this in this time, it's all like very targeted at young men on the internet.
I mean, sure, even the name sounds like it's for boys.
Sure. And he has, like, he racks up unseen numbers on his videos, 125 million in one of the latest ones that I saw. It's just crazy. He's just levels above the big YouTubers like a Ryan Trahan or something. But one of his crew is a trans person that now goes by Chris Tyson. I think it was Chris before, but I'm not positive. Ava Chris Tyson is the name of the trans person, but it was Chris before. And there's allegations that this person had talked to some like 13-year-old online. The 13-year-old had won a contest, and Mr. Beast sent them a knife. And then they got to come by and meet a couple members of the crew. And then there was some inappropriate messaging back and forth on a Discord between this person in Mr. Beast's crew, formerly Chris, and this 13-year-old child.
I mean, it blows my mind that people are still getting caught up in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially if you want to be a content creator, that you, like, it's maybe the fourth or fifth person in 2024 that I am not familiar with, but popular content creators that are getting caught talking and exchanging inappropriate messages or going further with that with underage or minors. I mean, what was the last guy we just talked about? That the Twitch streamer, maybe it was, that was like...
Yeah, Dr. Disrespect.
It may be perceived as inappropriate, but it was consensual or whatever his excuse was. But it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It's very, very weird. And there's so many people that survive this. That's what's stunning to me. Like James Charles, the makeup dude, who does all those like really, really popular makeup videos, sells like a lot of money worth of makeup to women across the world. And he's been roped up at least twice in messaging underage dudes. And it'll get called out for it, and then it'll disappear for a hot second, and then pop right back up. And you go, man, you would have thought this could take these people down, but maybe it can't anymore. Maybe we need more than that.
I think there are some people that look at the situation and go, well, we've built up a trust. Maybe this time it seems different.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to wrap your brain around.
There's no excuse. Once you're over 18, don't message kids online. It's super weird. It's really weird. Like if you have a child messaging you and you're messaging them back, I don't know that I would even say hello. Like that's what I've told you before in the show. Like I don't DM, generally speaking. There's some people who have been DMing me for a long time, and I don't want to be mean, so I'll just be like, yep, okay, thank you for the link. Okay, this. But I will never say anything in any direct message that I would care about being exposed publicly. And I'm willing to put that out there because that's how I've just lived my life. I don't want to do that. And I would never message with somebody who is underage. And the idea that you would, and like in some, anything that could even be, that could even be looked at as a flirty way with a child. That's weird. And that kind of person.
Weird to say.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of person should not be lifted up as a positive content creator. So we'll see what happens with both of them as we go to cocaine sharks, everybody. This is true. Absolutely a true story. Sharks taken from the waters off the coast of Brazil have tested positive for cocaine. There's some wild theories emerging. How they came to ingest the drug is a bit of a mystery. But they got 13 sharp-nosed sharks from fishermen operating near Rio de Janeiro.
Is that an actual shark, the sharp nose?
Yeah, it's called the sharp-nosed shark. They were dissected, and their liver and muscle tissue was tested for cocaine. Every single one of these sharks came back positive. The concentration...
Is there a reason that is this something that showed up on a test inadvertently because the test is usually used for other things, or do they purposely go, hey, we need to test these sharks for cocaine? We have
a lot faster.
A suspicion.
They've been worried about it.
Later.
I know it sounds crazy, but they've been legitimately worried about it. And it says the concentration of cocaine was as much as 100 times higher than had previously been recorded in other marine animals. The results have confirmed long-held fears that drugs are affecting sea life. This was done by 6 Brazilian research groups. Theories of where the cocaine comes from include a spillover from an illegal drug lab or from the excrement of drug users, they say. Another theory is
like over time. It's not like one... shipment spilled over. This is over like a long period of time, but many kilos have been lost at sea.
That's just one theory, because another theory is that they've been feeding off bundles of cocaine that were lost or dumped at sea. So, like, we don't know if they've been mowing at this stuff, if it's been pooped into the water, if it's from spillover from a drug lab. They just know the sharks are filled up with cocaine. So beware out there on the beach. Beware with the cocaine sharks anywhere near you. Although
I didn't know they were just going around randomly testing marine life for cocaine.
Well, it's a fun study to do. I like that part of it. But I did see.
There's no way that's fun. There's no way in hell.
What's not fun about getting sharks and testing them for cocaine? That's a fun time. I would like it. I'd be into it for sure. I did see you folks in Miami.
What's more fun?
What?
Testing sharks for cocaine or doing cocaine?
Testing cocaine while swimming with sharks.
That's a rush right there. That's what I was trying to say. You folks in Miami, these are your people, Sabrina. They have lost their minds. There was a video from this weekend, or the past weekend, I'm not sure, very recently, and they're out in the water, and they see a shark come up to them on the beach in Miami, and everybody's got their phones out, and they're gathering around. They're in the water, like, by the shark. They're flinching at the shark, like trying to get the shark to react.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, guys, people are getting bit out here, right? Like, it's a dangerous thing.
We're going to be on Only in Dade.
They were. That's where I saw the video, obviously. It was something to behold. Let's work in a couple of your dispatches. Join us on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. Here is Dogs with People Names. That's a new name to me. Let's see what you say.
Hey, what's up, News Junkies?
Hey.
I have a question about the exploding soda cans.
Mm-hmm.
The part that got my interest is they said the flight attendants a number of flight attendants have been injured by that. Are they made out of saltine crackers, these flight attendants? I've had sodas explode on me before. I wouldn't call it an injury.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a little orange juice, a little bit of that Mountain Dew, makes a refreshing beverage. Good for hangovers.
All right.
Orange juice and Mountain Dew.
It's a weird mix.
Not
it's
all.
It's like a screwdriver for a kid or something. It does not sit well. I don't know what they mean by exploding. So C-Lane was saying the whole top burst off of the soda can he was talking
hits you
about.
in the eye, that will hurt.
That seems like some force. That's not like a joke like and the flight attendant being like, "Oh, I'm injured" by some fizz or something. It sounds like these cans are actually exploding.
I don't know. Yeah. Into pieces? Like, is there shrapnel?
If there's an injury related to it, it must be some sort of explosion that's causing an impact big enough to be considered an injury by these flight attendants, unless they're just crying about this and there's not a problem. But
I mean, it's
I'm inclined
also
to
a waste of time. They got a job to do, and then you have to clean up the entire back, cabin area because it's Mountain Dews everywhere.
It could be.
That sucks.
It's enough that they've chimed in on it. The company's made a statement and stuff. Let's go to one more real quick. Who do we got here? Here's Crispy Bacon with a dispatch.
Afternoon, News Junkies. Hey, Sean, you are 100% dead on. I've seen previews for movies I thought they were good-looking movies, and they turned out being a musical, and I can't stand musicals. It just
He doesn't like him. He's not a fan. He's not a fan of the musical. There's a lot of people who hate musicals. I don't necessarily understand that because I hate bad musicals. Like if there's some garbage musical. Oh, I saw Sweeney Todd at the Kravitz Center one time, and I was like, this is Jesus, man. Like this is an embarrassment to all things stage-worthy. It was bad. But if you see a really good production on the stage, it's good. It's impressive. There's some of the tricks that they do. There's a masculinity crisis going on where you think that going to a Broadway show sometimes, you're like, sing-alongs and these Broadway shows are for the broads, and that's why Broadway. This is really a dopey way to look at content.
Also, most of them are not supposed to be sing-alongs.
No.
In fact, you're going to be, if you think that, then you're the annoying one.
It's a good time. Some of them are funny. Some of them have awesome effects that they use, and you should approach content, right? This show is just chock full of it from start to finish. At least that's the goal around here, right?
Is content.
You should approach content just like you approach food. You should want to enjoy everything that you eat, everything that you drink, everything that you take in content-wise, because it will make your life better, more enjoyable to enjoy things. So go in with the mindset, maybe I'll enjoy this. Let me check this out. And then if you do enjoy it, put it on your good list. If you hate it, never watch it again and don't burden yourself with it. But far too many times people come in pessimistic and they're like, this is a Broadway show and I don't have a vagina. I'm not going to like this. And you're missing out on some stuff. You're missing out on some good content sometimes. Like the Aladdin one. I'll go on the record. The Aladdin Broadway stage, that was awesome. To see the guy pull off being Genie,
dude,
the dude who's the singer for that, he's crazy good.
Moulin Rouge was insane good. Like it was one of the best shows I think I've seen on a stage like that. The effects and it helps because a lot of the music because it's a jukebox musical, but like just well done, well written, perfect.
But you know what I'm talking about. There's a bunch of these weirdo, like, fake alpha types who will go, I'm not going to see a Broadway show. And
the only way I could get ThinkPad into a musical was that it was Book of Mormon.
There's boobs, man.
It's good, man. These people are professionals. They're making great stuff. It's a fun thing if you enjoy it. And I think a lot of you would if you tried it a little bit more. Don't get so caught up in yourself and trying to be cool all the time. For some of us, it just comes naturally. You know what I mean? Let's go over to Frostbite with the dispatch. You okay?
What's going on? Goddamn. What's going on, you guys? So Sean, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Which drink do you find to be more immature and more loser-like? Would it be Diet Mountain Dew or would it be Sunny D?
I mean, you know what the answer to this question is, right? Like, Sunny D is legitimately just for babies. It's like Sunny D is training wheels for orange juice. You drink that weirdo orange slop, and
But
you
they
like
now
it.
have Sunny D with alcohol in it. I remember waiting for a Bright Line, and they had Sunny D, whatever it's called, but it had it's the new come on, words. Get out of my head. Like seltzer, adult drink, but it's for some reason had Sunny D on it. It blew my mind that I couldn't even bring myself to order it.
I think I had it. I think I tried that at one point.
You little baby?
No, it's an alcoholic drink with the Sunny D in it. I think I tried it just as a stunt, and I think it was bad. I don't remember, though. I've tried so many of those dumb things, like Mountain Dew made hard Mountain Dew. Everybody always makes these different like concoctions that you want to try out because it's novel, and then you try them and go, not good. Tanya says Sunny D in Malibu equals damn good. Malibu, really?
I'm not ever touching Malibu again.
Malibu is one of those types of alcohol that a lot of people associate with being underage.
Yeah.
And your first rum.
Parrot Bay.
Yep, Parrot Bay. I haven't had that since I was like before 21. It was like you could get a hold of Parrot Bay somehow.
I unfortunately have had Malibu in the past since we've been on the show because my wife but she had to work a shift behind a pool bar. Somebody was missing, somebody called out sick, something like that. So she was working, bartending at the pool and had to pour a lot of Malibu drinks. And she's texting me, she's like, a lot of people really like this Malibu. I should find out what this Malibu is like. So she showed up home with a bottle of Malibu.
Oh, no.
And some Diet Coke. And the other mixer was pineapple juice or orange juice, something like that.
The hangover, I could already feel it.
Oh, no, there was no hangover for her because she didn't even finish a single of the drinks I made her. And that Malibu has been at the same level at our bar that it has been since that day.
Oh, I have one of those. I have a completely sealed SoCo that has been in my possession for 4 years, 5 years maybe. I keep bringing it to people's parties, and I keep bringing it back home for some reason. Like I cannot get rid of the thing.
That stuff is so harsh. It's really unforgiving.
I don't want to throw it away completely, but it's not a Goodwill item.
My uncle
I can't give it to a homeless person.
Loved Southern Comfort.
You know what? A homeless person might really like that, actually.
I'm enabling, am I not?
I know you are. It sounds bad, but like they probably would rather have that than $5 or $10 or something. It's tough. That's a tough choice.
What if they said no, though, still?
They're like, no. No, they're not going to take that.
If we were out on my uncle's boat in Melrose, Florida, there was definitely SoCo in his flask.
Does
he
he
loved
want
the stuff.
Yeah,
he is deceased, yeah.
Was it the SoCo? Or?
Never gonna
it was not.
All right. Okay. Well, just checking. Quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from more of you. We've got some more stuff to talk about, including some cringe moments that have happened over the last 24 hours and this body cam footage that people are talking about out of Illinois. And also, the thing I want to discuss when we return is an explosion. Two people fighting at a movie theater. We'll try to figure out if this woman was actually in the wrong or not. We only have the footage we have, but, we're good at digesting this, I think, and you'll help us through it. We'll do that next. It is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
You should have said, I'm gay, and then done a rap.
Honestly, I thought about doing that.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's slowdowns on the Greenway northbound between Dowden Road and the Beach Line on I-4 this afternoon. You could expect your regular delays eastbound before State Road 429. Bumper-to-bumper traffic due to an accident. 3 left lanes are blocked on I-4 eastbound before County Road 46A. Traffic is backed up from Longwood Lake Mary Rest area. That's going to be there for a while. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Hey, pool season fanatics, your summer persona is calling. It's time for sun-soaked party scenes at MGM Grand, new luxury cabanas at Bellagio, and sandy beach living at Mandalay Bay. Show off your poolside only with MGM Rewards. Visit MGMRewards.com for details.
Savory tastes and tunes are returning to SeaWorld with bands, brew, and barbecue. Sample recipes from Kansas City, Texas, Memphis, and more. Pair them with refreshing cocktails and ice-cold craft beers. Catch live concerts by award-winning artists every weekend through August 25th. And stay for spectacular Ignite fireworks. Don't miss SeaWorld's bands, brew, and barbecue every weekend this summer. Learn more at SeaWorldOrlando.com. Concerts are free with park admission.
This July, celebrate America's independence with a fresh view from Renewal by Andersen. Their custom-built, energy-efficient windows and doors will not only enhance the beauty and value of your home, but also increase your comfort. They keep the heat and humidity out, not to mention the noise. That's because their unique Fibrex material combines both elegance and resilience, offering you double the strength of traditional vinyl. Right now, buy any 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Don't miss this limited time offer. Visit rbafla.com to schedule your free consultation today. And if you're looking for a new career, great news. They're still hiring experienced window and door installers. Celebrate freedom and comfort with Renewal by Andersen, official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once again, just go to rbafla.com for details. License number CGC 1527613.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to InventHelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at InventHelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors receive more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential and explain every step of their invention services. Remember, that's InventHelp.com. InventHelp.com.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening.
Showdowns in the movie theater in 2024, when we now pick out the seats ahead of time. It tells you exactly where you're going. Here's the exact seat you're supposed to sit in, and we have assigned seats, but we still have people fighting because some people are just not following that routine.
Oh, all right. So I know exactly. You and I've determined have 94% same algorithm.
Okay, so you've seen this.
I've seen this, and based on what you just said, have you taken a side already?
I don't really know, honestly. Here's my problem. I look at this through a very specific lens. I, over the years, have become insanely skeptical of clips online.
Okay.
Short clips, usually. This one's longer than most, so that's helpful. That's going to be helpful for us to diagnose this. I am worried that there's going to be a curse word, and I only got to go through a minute and a half. I didn't hear one in the first minute and a half, but we'll still give it a shot.
I don't remember. I do remember the scuffle. I mean, it was perfectly lit as far as the flashlight on the phone.
Yes. Yeah.
But I have to say, I do have an opinion on it.
Okay. All right. I want to hear that. Let's go over the overview of what's going on here. A movie fan was caught on camera lashing out at a mother whose child was mistakenly in her reserved seat. Aaron Walton took to TikTok to share the unhinged scene at a Cinemark Buckland Hill in Manchester over the weekend that apparently only ended when local police arrived on the scene. They had to call the cops for this. Guys, it's a movie, man. Her video shows an unidentified woman wearing a red T-shirt emblazoned with the words Bread Box Theater, getting in Walton's face because her son was sitting in the wrong recliner. Assaulted at the new Despicable Me movie. They're fighting at the Despicable Me movie. This is not a place to fight, everybody. Get it together. With my kids,
That's
because
what
my
the
son,
Minions are supposed to be doing. It's Minions, right?
Yeah, kind of. The Minions are, they're Minions, so they are what they sound like. Because my son was in her seat. Easy, quick fix, but the Bread Box Theater associate wouldn't give us a moment. # despicable indeed, she said. An unidentified woman was caught getting into the mother's face because somebody was in her seat. And I guess they tried to take the phone, blah, blah, blah. I have it here. Everybody, ears up, pay attention, just in case there's something that goes by. Because it's one of those videos where people keep repeating themselves over and over and over again and shouting the same thing. And it just sounds like a lot of drama is brewing up all at once. So beware. Here we go. I'm going to get it to play this in a second here. Eventually it'll play. There it is. Okay, this is the older lady who they're calling Cinema Karen.
Step back. Don't touch my phone. Are you crazy?
She's hitting at the lady's phone.
Are you crazy? Do not touch.
She almost fell over there. All right, misstep number one. I don't care if somebody is sitting in your seat in a movie theater, which they shouldn't be doing. It's your seat. They should remove themselves from it expeditiously. I don't care if they're doing that or not. You don't have the right to grab somebody's camera out of their hand. You don't have the right to, people can film you, even if you're in a movie theater. People need to be more aware of this. This needs to be taught in elementary and middle school.
You don't touch other people?
If you're in a public space, yes, number one, don't touch other people. And number two, is somebody recording you is not them assaulting you in some way. If somebody records you, if the camera comes out, turn the other way.
Is there
run
an
away as fast as
expectation
you
of
can.
privacy in a movie theater?
I wouldn't think so. I would think in the bathroom in a movie theater, but a movie theater is it's still a public space. It's a public space you're sharing with other people who are also watching the movie with you. So that's error one in my judgment, that she grabbed her phone and grabbed at her.
I'm getting the vibe that this could have been handled completely differently by the lady who's the subject of the video.
Yeah.
I'm getting the vibe that she came in very hot. As the movie was starting, your son's in my seat, get up, screaming, versus, hey, I think you might be in my seat.
Yeah, because we don't know what happened before this started, and they're already pretty hot and heavy here. There's a lot of screaming going on already, and grabbing even, because somebody's grabbing the old lady,
too. You're missing the trailers. Second best part.
And then people get mad if you tell them to hush during the trailers, but the trailers are important, too. I pay for the movie and the trailer.
Sidebar.
I should be able to watch the trailer.
Were your trailers, were lights on for Long Legs for you?
No, they weren't.
All of them.
Really?
Are these the trailers? Are these pre-trailers?
Those bastards.
That's wrong.
What's the point of being here?
Yeah, they're not supposed to do that.
Go on.
Croton Network on Twitch says filming in a movie theater is a little crazy. It might be, but I think the best way to handle this, if somebody pops out a camera at you in public, is just to walk away from it.
I don't.
It's
the mom wasn't
smartest
filming
move.
the movie; she was filming the interaction.
No, that's what I meant. You were just saying that. Yeah, I think
What
the
he's
filming,
saying is like filming in the movie theater. Maybe to the understanding.
filming the movie is obviously wrong. Yeah, but
you wouldn't steal a car.
Filming an interaction with somebody, it's going to happen. People are going to do this. They pull out their cameras now when they get in a fight and they want to expose the other person. So be smart when somebody's doing that to you. Turn around, go find somebody in charge, be the little bitch who rats them out if you have to, and mop it up that way. But don't let people win with their cameras, because the court of public opinion will side with whoever posts something as long as it makes you look bad. And it doesn't matter if before this they were badgering you for 20 minutes. If she was saying, I'm not leaving these seats, bitch, these are my seats, F you, F the. Doesn't matter if all that happened before this video. The world and the internet aren't going to see that. So you have to be smart. You have to go, okay, camera's out. I'll turn around. I'll go handle this another way, so she doesn't get what she wants, which is the footage that she's going to post online afterwards. And now this is all over the place. But let's see. Maybe there's more of this. We're only 7 seconds in.
Touch me on my phone. Take a step back, sir. Take a step back. Both of you.
Oh, that's her son.
Take a step back now. Take a step back now. Take a step back. Mom.
So it's an older woman with a boy. The boy looks like he's like 13 or something. It says Breadbox Theater on her shirt. And then the other mother that you hear that's filming, her son is much younger, because you'll hear his little voice.
Two little kids.
Oh, so they got two of them? Mm-hmm. One of them is like a little adorable kid who he's the real victim in all of this.
I know.
Because he's just a tiny thing.
Man.
He's like, what's going on, Mommy? Why is everybody yelling?
Mom, please take a step back again. I asked you to give me a moment. Take a step back. You're being.
He's trying to get his mom away.
Take a step back. Take a step back. Take a step back. Thank you. Take a step back. Take a step back.
He's trying to get his mom away from all this.
Give me a moment. Now take a step back. Let's go. Where's your ticket, bub?
Oh, the little kid's like maxing and relaxing in his layback seat.
They've been settled for a little bit.
He's got some popcorn and he's got his water in there.
That's the worst part about all this is like they had already been there for a little bit. They had settled out, and the poor lady's just trying. She's like, "All right, we're gonna move." She checks the ticket. They're in the wrong seat, and now it's like three back and forth to try to get all the stuff because they already prepared themselves for the 2-hour movie.
So here, somebody says this guy on YouTube says, "What happened to? Excuse me, you're in our seats. Do you mind getting up?"
Great question.
If she started with that, because we don't know what happened before this. If she was like, "These are actually our seats right here. Would you mind moving?" And the other person says no, and you're going back and forth, and then it escalates to this point, and then they start videotaping. We don't know. We don't know what occurred before the thing started. But
the woman
we know
who's filming at some point is like, this could have gone a lot differently. This could have gone differently, or it could have gone better. So that leads me to believe in this court of public opinion that the lady in the bread box shirt came at her.
She was in the wrong seats, though. So there is at least a grievance here that she was in the wrong seats. It could have been a complete accident, which is what I think she's claiming. Let's get a little bit more. Maybe we'll learn some.
Thank you.
Oh.
It's okay. Just give me just a second. Here you go. Thank you. Excuse us. Excuse us. Thank you.
Oh, what is this raggedy movie theater that they're in? Look at the chair. This thing is like, it looks like a chair in an old club downtown somewhere.
I think that whatever upgrades some of these movie theaters made were cheap, because there is a movie theater that I think you guys, or maybe you, Sean, have been to recently that has those like layback seats, which doesn't seem like it was been that long since they started putting those in there.
No,
and the chairs look like that.
They're still all beat up like this.
Like I almost feel like they didn't use like thick enough material, and everybody's like jean pockets and stuff
are
just ripping through them.
He's got his Woody from Toy Story. He's got like his little toy next to him on the chair.
Buddy.
Take some decorum. That's all it takes is decorum. I asked you to give me a second. No, and you getting down in my face like I was because you turned away from me. No, I did not, ma'am. I said,
oh, now she's got her camera out too.
Don't do that. I'm a grown-ass woman. You are not my mother. I said, give me a second. You're not. I'm not a grown woman.
You know what I could say with all authority?
She said you were not my mother, and the woman thought she was saying you're not a grown woman.
But she's like, I'm not your mom. Are you sure?
With all authority, you know who the true victims are here?
Everybody else.
Everybody else just trying to watch
Thank
the
God
movie.
It is during previews.
Everybody else just sitting there like, oh, here we go again in the theater. People lose their mind here. Okay, I'll save this. We might be able to dive a little deeper in when we come back. We also got jury duty on the way, of course, and a whole lot more. It's a very busy Tuesday here on the show. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Because sometimes infighting amongst friends is exactly what you need to lower the volume on the voices in your head. Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
This is three-time Pro Bowler Sean Merriman. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage.
Aaron Rodgers continued to go on the defensive, discussing his mini-camp absence. The Jets already called it an unexcused absence. Why can't he just own it? Instead of avoiding these trivial battles, Aaron just goes head on. The Jets have good players. Now they need some real leadership. That's always been their issue. Aaron, are you listening? I'm Colin Cowherd.
Shop Macy's Backstage today for amazing deals on everything you need for summer. Get low prices every day at Macy's Backstage. Find a store near you at macy'sbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
And now another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own, you-know-what?
Honey, shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Shh. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Zero Foxtrot isn't just a brand. It's a way of life. Founded and operated by veterans, Zero Foxtrot's unique apparel and gear echoes the grit of the warrior culture. Zero Foxtrot dedicates itself to producing content, honoring the sacrifices of forgotten heroes of the past, and connecting history to the present. Embark on a journey with Zero Foxtrot today at ZeroFoxtrot.com. It's not merely our products. It's about the ethos that we embody. Rugged, resilient, and timeless.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. AGE.
We need your help to protect your right to AM radio in your car. AM is always there in times of need with the key information for our community. The overwhelming majority of legislators support a bill to keep AM radio in cars, but time is running out. Please text the 2 letters AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for a vote now. Text AM to 52886.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month. Text stop to stop. A message from the station.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day, but when we're driving, cooking, working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Call 844-ADD-HELP-5. That's 844-ADD-HELP-5.
Hey, Cam, mind sending me over our new Wi-Fi password?
Oh, sorry, Mitch, you can't be trusted. What? It's your phone. It's different than mine.
Cam! And I thought I was a judgy one.
No, it's just messages between different devices aren't encrypted.
Okay. Since when do you know about encryption?
I know what encryption is, and it's because I'm the last line of defense against any would-be Wi-Fi thieves.
Cam, come on.
Okay, fine. I'll send it somewhere more private.
Thank you.
Safely send messages between different devices. On WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
Get into summer with iHeart 80s. iHeart 80s goes commercial-free this weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart.
Lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Switcheroo, where they propped up Kamala Harris. She's new nominee 2.0, shiny and younger than the other one. And everybody in the Democratic establishment just lined up like good soldiers and said, all right, we got our new person. Here we go. We're going with this despite all the primary stuff. And they are suggesting, and this is astonishing to think about for a second, that Kamala Harris's campaign raised $250 million in the first day.
Good God.
$250 million.
I saw 81 million. Where did 250 come from?
The story that I just saw said 231 million donations.
Okay, so
on day one.
Maybe you know a little bit more information, if not worth a dive, but you go to the link because that was like the big thing. Upon announcement, if you want to donate, then I've got so many political text messages.
Yep.
And then it went to I think it was Act Blue or something like that.
Yep.
And then I read the terms and conditions and I was quite confused. So it was you can't donate from a business, obviously. It can't be tied in with certain things when it comes to oil and gas or what have you. And then I saw this line where it was the first, anything under 3,000 goes to the general primary, and then anything over goes to general election. Have you heard of that before? And does that mean that anyone who donated $20 that goes towards the primary, that will essentially mean nothing because no one's going to be running against her in the primary?
Well, they would still say she's in the primaries right now and they want to use that funding right now. I don't know what their exact terms are, but Act Blue is the legit source for
the official one.
Yeah, for the Democratic Party and their fundraising. They use it for all the different candidates that are aligned with them, and then they kind of siphon the money into whatever direction they need to get it to the right candidate. This says from the New York Daily News, Vice President Kamala Harris claimed a stunning $231 million from small and big donors in the first 24 hours since she launched her presidential campaign, this says. And a huge vote of confidence for her Still Nation campaign. Hang on, this thing is refreshing every second. Harris won $81 million in small dollar donations and reportedly scored an additional $150 million money bomb from big donors in what amounted to the biggest one-day haul of the 2024 election cycle. So consider that alongside the huge explosion in money that Trump got after the assassination attempt, and everybody's just throwing insane money at these candidates for this election. That's where you're going to see all the ads run through. That's where you're going to see all of the pomp and circumstance and the traveling and the rallies and everything in the run-up to the election. There's just so much money infested in our political gamesmanship. We'll never get away from that, I don't think. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com before jury duty. Anonymous says, hey, junkies. We were talking about Goodwill and them auctioning stuff off yesterday on their website. I have a friend that moved here from out of state with her significant other. About 8 months later, they broke up and he kicked her out of his house. But he took all of her stuff to Goodwill. She wound up asking her friends in the area to go there, and they wouldn't give back her stuff. Even though some of the stuff was identified as being her belongings, they said it doesn't matter that the guy donated it without her consent. We had to buy all the stuff back, including a suitcase with some of her stuff still in it. It was like a treasure hunt in the store to find all of her items. And we had to buy them all back, says Anon.
Sucks, man.
Yeah, that's a little weird. That's like when you have something stolen from you and the thief sells it to the pawn shop. And then you got to convince the pawn shop, hey, I know you got some skin in the game now, but this wasn't theirs to sell. This was mine. And the police have to intervene when that happens. Okay, let's get into this because we have just enough time for it. Might as well. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, we'll get into one of those happening in a very famous vehicle momentarily. After that accident for you or your family member, your loved one, a lot of people go, who should I use? What attorney do I need? Be the one that steps up and say, look, I know the right move here. Mo DeWitt is your guy because you're going to be happy afterwards, and so are they. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Always wanted to drive it. Didn't want to get into an accident.
Can I guess?
Yep. What is it?
It's one of two vehicles. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Or?
Batmobile.
Which one do you think it is?
Oscar.
Wiener.
We got two wieners? We got two winners.
Yeah! We got two winners. Yes! Wiener.
It's not exactly a car that crashed this week on an Illinois highway. It was the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, one of the company's 23-foot-long nomadic vehicles shaped like a giant hot dog, and it got into an accident.
How many are there?
I don't know how many they have. I guess I do. They have 6 Wienermobiles right now.
Did it crash into a Volvo?
Does not say. Doesn't say. What's the significance of that?
Vulva. Vagina.
Vulva. I see. They said, we're grateful that everybody involved is safe and there were no injuries. They said they're adding their ongoing support for our hot doggers. Those are people who drive the Wienermobile. They're called hot doggers. Safety on the road is top priority.
Didn't you have a dogger? Oh, Egger dogger.
Egger dogger was the only thing I used to cook for Dylan growing up when he was growing up. The first official Wienermobile was rolled out in 1936. Each vehicle weighs as much as 140,000 hot dogs.
Must be tough to drive.
They have mustard and ketchup seats inside it. It has a hot dog-shaped dashboard, a removable bun roof, a ketchup walkway, and an official Wiener jingle horn. What's a Wiener jingle?
The Wienermobile is convertible? Did I just hear?
Yeah, that's what it says here. It says a removable bun roof.
Imagine someone cutting you off while you're driving that, and then you have to wait until they're like...
What's the Wiener jingle? It's in caps. Capital W Wiener, capital J jingle.
I wonder if it's like...
Oh, like the OSCAR?
Yeah.
My baloney has a first name. That one, that jam.
Wienermobile jingle.
Yeah, it says Wiener jingle. It's not clear how long this Wienermobile will be out of commission, but it doesn't seem to have disrupted most of the fleet's schedule. So don't worry, they are soldiering on out there in the Wienermobile.
Yeah, I'm getting like a video of the Wienermobile or just the song itself. So I imagine it's the jingle.
Can you try Wienermobile horn and see if that gives us anything? Because maybe somebody honked it and then they recorded it on a YouTube video.
Okay, it says listen to horn at the end.
Oh,
I'm going to go
perfect.
to the end.
All right, that's what we're looking for.
And 3, 2.
All right. Here we go.
We're not at the end yet.
That is the horn. That is bad.
Oh, we just missed it.
Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Ew.
That is the horn.
That's a horn.
That's a terrible
That's a
horn.
sound clip.
What if there's
That's stupid?
They're careening towards a school bus full of little kids, and you lean on the horn.
And the last thing those kids hear is the Oscar Mayer Wiener song.
No thanks, man.
And then in the wreckage and fire,
it totally
corpses
is the
everywhere.
horn.
You got this eerie song playing out. That is
the creepiest version of the Oscar Mayer Wiener song I've ever heard.
Come on, Wiener. That's weird. That's not an acceptable horn.
Did we talk about this when it happened? I can't remember, but I'm getting like weird deja vu. I just feel like anything that happens with the Wienermobile makes news because it's the Wienermobile.
Sure.
But in February of last year during Super Bowl weekend, the Wienermobile was in Vegas and had its catalytic converter stolen.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
And then PETA offered to pay for the replacement part and maintenance for 1 year if Oscar Mayer converted the vehicle to a vegan hot dog mobile.
Man, are they good at what they do. They
How
are
do you
good.
convert that?
I
Don't
don't
look
know.
the same?
What are they trying to convert it to? What did it say again?
It said vegan hot dog mobile.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably look the same.
Yeah.
I was thinking they wanted to
I
convert
wish
it to
this
something
wasn't made of real animals.
like I thought they were maybe trying to get you to convert to like fryer grease or whatever, the oil that they run some of them on. That would be a little more doable, but they're good at getting attention. Okay, quick break. When we come back, a teenager who was a driver, his parents got sentenced after a crash that he got into. Why would the parents get in trouble for the teenager crashing a vehicle? We're going to find out. We might peek back into that movie or cinema Karen, and we got the latest on the Secret Service affair with the director stepping down. All loaded up and ready to go. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Casino passes for the 2024 Just Call Mo Real Radio Celebrity Poker Tournament are still available. Go to realradio.fm/poker for more info.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities are doing a good job clearing up that accident on I-4 eastbound before County Road 46A there. There's still a bit of delays, but the right lane is now blocked. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound before State Road 429 between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. No major problems around the perimeter of I-4. It's pretty mellow on State Road 429. No major problems on the Greenway, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Down payments vary, does not mean savings. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-9336. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-9336. 800-444-9336 or biglou.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
Hey, Cam, mind sending me over our new Wi-Fi password?
Oh, sorry, Mitch, you can't be trusted.
What?
It's your phone. It's different than mine.
Cam! And I thought I was a judgy one.
No, it's just messages between different devices aren't encrypted.
Okay. Since when do you know about encryption?
I know what encryption is, and it's because I'm the last line of defense against any would-be Wi-Fi thieves.
Cam, come on.
Okay, fine. I'll send it somewhere more private.
Thank you.
Safely send messages between different devices. On WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
Step up to the plate with Jeremiah's new Batter Up series, all layered with our new Brownie Batter Italian Ice. Swing for the fences with Brownie Batter a la mode, Hey Batter Batter, and Double Fudge Brownie, all loaded with our Grand Slam-worthy Oreo cookie crumbles. Don't strike out. Visit jeremiahsice.com today and find your nearest sweet spot and knock it out of the park with the ultimate brownie treats. Score big at Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Every scoop is a home run. Step up to the plate for Jeremiah's new Batter Up series. Visit jeremiahsice.com.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. The exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Tackling sensitive subjects with unparalleled irreverence. You're listening.
NewsJunkie.com. Remember, it's a Share the Show Tuesday, and that means we could use your help and help push us over 24,000 on YouTube by going to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie and just hitting the subscribe button. It's totally free. And if you go over to YouTube, you can just put in The News Junkie, and you should find the account that way too. But youtube.com/thenewsjunkie, hit subscribe, and a quest to hit 100,000 over there at some point in the next year or so. That will be the goal. I'm going to start cranking out more videos over there and building up that platform.
Bigger
more.
videos or still little videos?
Medium videos.
Gotcha.
Medium videos. Improved, new and improved, but I think there's going to be some growth over there soon. At least I hope that's the case. So check it out, youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Hit subscribe. All right, bombshell, world exclusive material here. We've got some news for everybody. One of the key issues of the day, one of the key questions.
It's been a minute, so I have to dust off that folder.
Let me know when you're prepared and ready.
Always prepared. It's just so many folders, and where the hell is it? Bombshell, world exclusive, Civ. It's the best I could do at this point. I have no idea where it's at. Oh, here we go. Got it.
All right, we got it.
Thank God.
Bombshell World Exclusive.
All right,
Same
folks.
Explosion.
President Biden's alive, all right? Just in case. Okay. Yeah, you were starting to buy into any of the conspiracies out there. Turns out he is alive and well and doesn't even have COVID anymore based on this. See him right here getting out of his SUV. Unless that's a replacement Biden.
President, how are you feeling?
What?
Mr. President, how are you feeling? How are you feeling?
How are you feeling? First thing,
You can't hear him.
I don't understand, really quick, why we keep doing this in front of the helicopter.
It's the best place.
It blows my mind. How many of these interviews with press and the president that we can't hear anything that there's
Biden's looking up,
nothing.
staring at the reporters. And the reporter's like, Mr. Biden, and then he's mouthing something, but you can't hear a word he's saying.
How are you feeling since you dropped out of the race, sir? How are you feeling about Harris?
Just ignore him.
Can Harris beat
He's going up on the plane.
Can Harris beat Trump?
Can Harris beat Trump, Mr. President?
Oh, like he can hear you. No one could hear you.
Can Harris beat Trump was the question at the air. The question's much more audible than what he had to say. But
he's climbing those pretty fast, though.
He's up the stairs into Air Force One. He's still alive, and unless you believe all the conspiracies. And somebody said, look, I ran the Biden phone call to Harris's speech, and it came back very likely artificial intelligence. And somebody actually did the work and ran the audio through the same thing, and they were like, no, it didn't. It's a 2% likelihood of being artificial intelligence.
Dumbass.
So it was probably him. Attack people on facts, not on just like weirdo conspiracies. This is the hardest thing in the world. My job, I feel like, in some way, is to try to combat conspiracies where they pop up. I just think that's like one of the things I can do as a result of the leverage that this show has and the audience that it has.
But we're also at this point where it's like conspiracy. There's people, like, no one's questioning stuff anymore. They determine that this conspiracy is actually fact, and you cannot convince them otherwise.
Right.
Or you can be sus. I think some skeptic moments, but for the most part, you're not convincing anybody else. It's like, he's a robot. Actually, JFK's Jr. is still alive. 9/11 was an inside job, and birds aren't real. Done and done. Sorry, news junkie.
I've lost my interest in doing some things, and one of those things is like arguing with stupid people. So if you are like a flat earther, I'm not going to have an argument with you. It's stupid to even entertain the idea that the earth is flat, and I'm not going to grant you with my presence of the
they don't
argument on my
believe
side.
that, though. They're trolls. Right?
Most of them are. Some of them aren't. I don't know. Some of them are just crazy people who believe this stuff. So if it's like a really outlandish thing, if you're like, no, this is Biden's fourth body double, like, I don't think you're smart enough that I'm even going to entertain your argument. I don't even care about that. I want to play in the real world at least.
That's why when I fight with some of my Instagram people, I just go dumb.
Yeah. Because sometimes it's so far deep and so far down a rabbit hole. Like, either people are brainwashed to hate all things Trump, and Trump can never say anything right, even if it is an actual fact for once. People, it really makes them, it melts their brains sometimes. And it's hard to get through to those people to say, like, hey, maybe there are things that are correct about the Republican viewpoints. Maybe have you considered that, your team isn't right on every single aspect of the party line thought process. You can't get people to consider these things because they just have to be like a purity test down the party line. And the same is obviously true for the inverse of that, where people as hate Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, and they believe in all these things, and they don't even care to hear the truth. That's not what they're interested in. They're actually seeking out things that aren't the truth. They're seeking out MSNBC, if they're left-wing, so that they can hear their own thoughts regurgitated back to them. They do not want to hear the truth. They want to hear that they are correct. Same thing is true for Fox News or Newsmax or anything that's right of center. Be smarter than those people. Have a brain. Don't be on a team. Don't be one of those losers, because that's just pathetic. It's a sad way to live on a planet where we can be a little bit more curious than that. So Biden is alive. Obviously, he was alive. It wasn't ever a thing that Laura Loomer was nailing as a bombshell that they were covering up and he died in the middle of the night. Just say Biden sucks as a candidate, and so does Kamala, and we think we're going to beat her too. Just believe in it, right? Just go with reality if you think that's the case. So there you are. Biden, proof of life. They wanted that. He didn't hold out a newspaper, but I think that may suffice.
That would have flown away so quickly.
Oh, God. He was about to blow away himself.
Helicopter propellers, come on.
In the chopper wash there, or whatever they call it. A teenager has been in an accident, and that accident led to the death of a passenger in his vehicle. And his parents have also been sentenced as a result of this crash. And I thought that was very surprising. I'm like, imagine your teenage son gets into an accident and you go to jail. You get sentenced. And here's how this all went down. In May of 2023, there was a 16-year-old boy in Queens, New York, who caused a high-speed crash in his parents' BMW that left his 14-year-old passenger dead. On Monday, his parents were sentenced for their role in the tragedy. Sean Smith, S-E-A-N, 40 years old, and Dio Ramnarine, 43, pleaded guilty to endangering the welfare of a child and were sentenced to 3 years of probation with 26 weeks of parenting classes, which is hilarious that you could sentence people to that. Their son, whose name has not been released, faces up to 15 years in prison on the charges he faces, which is second-degree manslaughter. His passenger, Fortune Williams, was thrown from the BMW when it crashed into a UPS truck at more than 100 miles per hour.
Jesus, man.
Street speed limit was 30. They were going 100 miles per hour.
He's lucky he's not dead.
They said the parents frequently allowed their son to use the high-performance car, even though he just had a junior driver's license, meaning he was not allowed to drive unsupervised. Parents didn't care. They let him drive. He got in the accident. Now they get in trouble, too. And I hope more of that happens. Parents should be held responsible for things that they were a party to, even if it's allowing their teenager to drive a car when they know he shouldn't. And you can't just blame that on the kid afterwards.
They couldn't do that affluenza or affluent, whatever that defense that got the kid off of killing people.
The DUI.
Not sure. Yeah, maybe
you
that didn't
remember
work.
That one?
Yeah. Ethan, was that Ethan Crumbly or was that somebody else?
Ethan Crumbly, I think, was the rape one.
Was it? Look up Ethan Crumbly.
So much has gone on since we
it's hard for me to keep track of all these things. It's the only thing that stays in my brain. But who is the...
Ethan Crumbly was a mass shooter that that they I guess is in the news recently because they said that the guy that tried to shoot
Ethan
Trump
Couch
researched him.
Oh, did he? Okay. I think his parents may have helped him out. That's maybe where some of the wires got crossed there.
Ethan Couch you're thinking
okay.
of. Yeah.
Ethan Couch was the guy who his parents argued that he had affluenza. He was rich. He didn't know any better. He doesn't know what it's like to be poor, so he doesn't know these things. He doesn't know that they're wrong. So there you go. There's now a task force underway, a bipartisan task force. Love to see bipartisan stuff. It happens more than you would think. And the bipartisan task force is going to invest what went wrong with the Secret Service after we learned the head of the Secret Service, as I told you would happen yesterday, has indeed resigned. And now they're going to do the whole once through and find out all the failures that happened as a result of this.
What a back and forth emotionally if you're with the Secret Service right now. First, you find out earlier today that Cheadle drops down, and you're like, oh, okay, it's over. They're like, bipartisan task force is coming to investigate you guys. Oh, no! It's just beginning.
Yeah, there's a lot more coming that the direction of the Secret Service, and that's good. They should be held under scrutiny like any other organization. Let's make sure they're doing everything the right way. Let's keep them on their toes. I would think, because I'm trying to give benefit of doubt here, I would think that right now, much like I would be more confident in an airline's safety after a crash than I would otherwise, I would think after a Secret Service failure this large,
you're right,
that maybe right now they would be so on point.
Once they reset the numbers on it's been this many days since somebody shot a president or a former president, then you go, all right, well, now I think probably the security will be a little bit better at the next event.
I would hope so. That's me holding out a little hope for the world.
If not, maybe kick some of these guys back over to the section of the Secret Service that just deals with finding counterfeit money.
Well, one thing that I heard in the questioning that Congress was doing, and I tend to hate those. You've heard me talk about how they all grandstand and they're trying to get the viral clip. They don't care about the right answer. Some of the Democrats were asking the head of the Secret Service, isn't it true that if these people didn't have guns, it would be less dangerous? It's like, that's not what this is about. It's not about curtailing the access to the assault rifles. This is about security failures. And if we just had a more secure boundary around the former president, nobody, gun or not, would have been able to get close enough to fire the shot that went through the former president's ear. So, I don't know, some of that was dumb. But some of the other things, actually, AOC had some of the best questioning. AOC, believe it or not, far left, way opposite of Trump. And to all of her credit, where she could have said, and I don't care, this isn't about somebody who I'm aligned with politically, she said to the head of the Secret Service, what is the most common gun used in these types of shooting? And the person said, an AR or whatever. And AOC said, what is the range of an AR, a gun like that you might be worried somebody be using? And they said, 500 feet. And they said, what range was this building at within where the president was speaking? And she says, 286 feet or whatever the amount of feet was. So you didn't have somebody on a roof within shooting distance from one of the most popular guns that you might use for an occasion just like this. You left that fully unsecured. And what do you say to that? You can't say much. That's why she's resigned. It's bipartisan pressure on her, causing her to step down today. Okay, we are going to take a quick break here. We'll be done with the theater fight. I don't think there's too much more meat on that bone. But there is, in terms of what you have with your dispatches, and we still have to talk about this body cam footage. I hesitate to play too much of that, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we come back. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Authorities have moved that accident off to the right shoulder now on I-4 eastbound before County Road 46A. Just expect a bit of congestion in that area. On I-4 this afternoon, you could expect your regular delays before State Road 429. There's slowdowns at the intersection where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway and off-ramp back up from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive. If you see any other traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Listen up, my business-owning friends. That mortgage guy, Don, also does commercial and small business administration loans. So if you have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 9% or more, then you are in luck. That mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Don't leave money on the table. Let that mortgage guy Don help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Start the process today by going to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
And now, another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own, you-know-what?
Honey, shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Shh. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The #1 cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
Hey, Cam, mind sending me over our new Wi-Fi password?
Oh, sorry, Mitch, you can't be trusted.
What?
It's your phone. It's different than mine.
Cam! And I thought I was a judgy one.
No, it's just messages between different devices aren't encrypted.
Okay. Since when do you know about encryption?
I know what encryption is, and it's because I'm the last line of defense against any would-be Wi-Fi thieves.
Cam, come on.
Okay, fine. I'll send it somewhere more private.
Thank you.
Safely send messages between different devices on WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
The final countdown begins. Team USA is headed to Paris, and iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the Summer Games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Only on iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
emails the show, leading with, as they should, please keep this anonymous, and thank you for that. That's always a good reminder. The musical I like was called The Newsies, which is put out by Disney.
Oh, my wife loves that movie.
Anonymous says, and now they're doing a musical production where I live at the local theater, and I'm definitely going to see it. Why did you feel the need to be anonymous for the?
Because he's straight.
Because he doesn't want to be seen as liking the Newsies? I can't have that out there attached to my name. I must be anonymous. I'm going to see the Newsies when it comes.
One song with the Newsies that
I don't know.
I've
never seen it at all.
Can I tell you? I have respectfully zero interest
in the Newsies.
Like nothing.
It's just not drawing you in. It's fine.
I went and saw Jersey Boys quite a few years ago after getting tickets and fell asleep before the first intermission.
You fall asleep at stuff a lot.
Okay,
I don't know if
that's
I
a
can
bold
even do
statement.
that.
What are you talking about? What's the last thing I fell asleep to?
You fell asleep at the theater one time, I think. You told a story about it.
It was the Mark Wahlberg where he's shrunk.
I'm not,
boring.
I'm not defending the content. I'm just saying I don't even know if I would fall asleep in the movie theater. I would feel
Mark Wahlberg or Matt Damon?
Maybe it was Matt Damon. The one where it's like he's
downsizing.
Shrunk. Yeah. And then when I woke up, the movie still wasn't over. I was so angry. When it's like, it's cold enough and then the music is soft enough, then all of a sudden you're just fighting it and you just take a little nappy.
Can I tell you, I experienced something when going to see Twisters. And when we were walking down our aisle, the way the seating is at the theater that we went to, if you have two seats next to each other, you can move up the handrail between them and have sort of like a love seat between the two of you.
You guys cuddle?
All right? No, we did not do this.
Okay.
But there was a couple nearby us, and they had that thing up, and they were like next to each other in sort of a love seat that they've made with one of the handrests up, and then they were covered in a blanket. And
they brought a blanket.
They brought a full-on blanket with them.
Plenty of people buy blankets at movies. I think is pretty common.
But when they're covered with a blanket, I'm like, what are they doing over there? What's going on? Are they messing around under the blanket of the movie theater? It just seems a little strange. Do your thing. I don't really care that much.
Tried to mess around in Long Legs, but it was too quiet in there.
That's not a good movie for that.
And I took a nap.
Let's see. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com and Andrew emails. Hey, Junkie Crew, podcast listener here, and I was just wondering on your thoughts of Kamala as a presidential candidate. Strengths and weaknesses, if she has anything that stands out about her stances and policies. Over the years, I've heard a lot of hate towards her, but the most I can find is she changes her stances over the years, which seems normal. Love the show and value all of your opinions. My daughter loves Sabrina. Thank you, Andrew.
Hey,
P.S.
thanks, daughter.
Can somebody pick me for Fritz on the Street this week? We'll consider that, Andrew. Kamala Harris' strengths are going to be she's not Biden. Strengths are going to be she's not 8 billion years old. She's much younger than even Trump is. She's in her 50s. So strengths are going to be that she has that. She has energy. She can string a sentence together, which Biden seems to struggle with more and more as every day goes by. She has the youth side. She doesn't look like a corpse up there. On the negative side with Kamala, it's all stuff I've said before. If you go to any voter, even somebody that's jazzed about her right now, and be like, what's your favorite thing that Kamala Harris has done as vice president?
Been the first woman to be vice president?
Like nobody knows. She was supposed to be put on the border as the borders are. We see how that's gone. She didn't want to do that. She immediately said, no, take me off of this. I don't want to take those lumps, Biden. And then since then, she's kind of just floated along. She has not been a very consequential vice president. Some vice presidents mix it up. Dick Cheney was a powerful vice president. For God's sake, Dick Cheney shot a man's face off. Didn't see a day behind bars, right?
Okay, but he wasn't aiming at the guy.
Yeah, he was. He just he shouldn't have been. He hit him. He just wasn't. Shouldn't have been doing that in the moment. Dick Cheney was powerful, though. He had a lot of push in the George W. Bush administration. You also have against her,
Call
I guess,
it a Bush push.
Kamala the cop, because she was a prosecutor. So a lot of folks on the left don't like her for that and some of her stances she had over the years. I agree with you on something. This is a fundamental misunderstanding people have with how you should interpret this stuff. Changing your stances over the years is not only totally okay, but if you find yourself not doing that, you're stuck in a rut and you're in some sort of silo. Your stances on things, your political opinions should morph at least some every year that goes by. You should learn a little bit more. You should inform yourself a little bit more and be curious about these things enough to go, oh, actually, I was wrong about that. There's been all sorts of things that the entire country has changed their mind on like that. And you should change your mind. It shouldn't be like, hey, 15 years ago, you said this. You go, yeah, okay. So you change your mind. Things happen. Should be changing from week to week, maybe, but over long periods of your time, you absolutely should be morphing as a human being into trying to learn more and have better takes on things.
There was a line in the Beastie Boys documentary when they were, the Beastie Boys, like later on in their careers, they were they got into advocacy a lot, and they spoke out against Woodstock '99. Mm-hmm. And the amount of like sexual assault that happened there and stuff like that. And they spoke out against a lot of stuff that was like not really the vibe of fight for your right to party, right?
Yeah.
And when, or some of their earlier work, and when asked about that, like, hey, isn't this kind of not what you guys were all about? This excellent quote by Adam Horovitz said, I'd rather be a hypocrite than be the same person forever.
True. Yeah, I think that's absolutely just the most logical way you should look at things. You should evolve over time and learn things. Their first album was going to be, I think, called The F Word for Gays or something. That was going to be the name of the album for the Beastie Boys. And at the moment, they were like, yeah, this will be cool and edgy and we'll do this. And over time, they learned things and they changed their mind about certain things. And they probably went in this direction on this topic and this direction on this topic. You learn a little bit more about it and you go, okay, I was ignorant on that. I try to change. I try to do that all the time. My opinions vary from year to year, and I think that they should. So I don't think that's a hit. I think the hits against her are really that I don't know that she's taken very seriously in terms of her thoughts on like international political things. She has like very bumper sticker and vague responses to stuff, and she giggles her way through things.
Out of coconut tree?
The coconut tree one is out there. I don't know if they're fully embracing the brat thing.
I think it's reaching out to a whole slew of new voters that we're going to have.
Yeah. The only problem I have with it is the place that it started, and the person's like, I support Kamala Harris. Like, you're a Brit. Get out of our elections, please. She's a British, the Charlie, what is it, Charlie CXW or XCX? Yeah, she is a British singer, so she started all this. But that's gone pretty viral on TikTok.
Is she an American citizen?
No. I think she lives in England, but she's like, I support Kamala Harris. And her whole motif at the moment is like brat from her album, which they explain it like a woman who's a little rough around the edges, who is wearing a shirt without a bra and has a pack of cigarettes. And like there was a whole sort of loose explanation. It's almost like the most recent Push and P, where you say, what does Push and P mean? And can't tell you exactly. Pushing P. I can't tell you exactly what it means. So that's what I think. I think she has a lot of quality. She needs a reboot. She needs a reboot to try to position herself as a super serious candidate who has a grasp of all of the topics that she's going to need to have a grasp of. And I'd love to see her debate
Let's do
Trump.
this debate.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I would think that would be super interesting. And I'd love to see J.D. Vance debate somebody who's chosen on the vice presidential ticket. The more people see about this, the better informed they'll be. So that's good. There you go. That's my answer. Also, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Casey says, good day, News Junkie and crew.
Good day,
we were talking
Casey.
about A24 earlier, and I wanted to make a suggestion for a new show on Apple TV Plus produced by A24. It's called Sunny, starring Rashida Jones.
Oh, that sounded cute. Oh, you like it?
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I don't know anything about this. I like her. I think she's super smart.
Love Rashida Jones. I think she's really great. And
Was it like a funny thriller? I've seen. It's definitely in the top, shows right now. Right.
This says-
Tonight's the finale of Presumed Innocent, the show I've been watching.
Uh-huh.
So I think that's going to be the next one because it certainly has been.
Presumed Innocent was an option for us, and we went with Sunny instead. And we blew through every episode that was on there, and we're like, "Oh man, it's not. It wasn't dropped all at once. It's week by week."
You got to wait. Yeah, they
I'm
said there's 3
excited.
episods out, and so far I'm enjoying this. He calls it a dark comedy, or Casey calls it a dark comedy.
It kind of is. It's a woman that gets a robot from her husband somehow. Her husband apparently died in a plane crash, and her son. So it is pretty dark, but there is comedy in it, and the robot is very interesting. It's really good.
Yeah, it says the other main character is a robot, so be aware, Sean. And I apologize if this is a series you've discussed and I missed that part of the show. Love the show, says Casey. This is the first I've heard of it, but that's I'll put it on my radar for sure.
I was looking
like
up.
her.
We were talking about A24 earlier, and I was looking up. I was like, why do they call it A24? I never knew. So I looked on Wikipedia, and I was like, I guess hoping for something more than this. I was hoping for like some kind of fun, like, oh, there's 24 guys, or something about the guy that started it was driving on the A24 motorway.
I wish I would.
When he decided to found the company.
They should have made up a better backstory. You can lie about those. Everybody does. They tell some fake ass backstory about their company, like the Pop-Tarts people and all these other folks. And then you go, oh, wow, that's amazing. I remember the genesis of eBay is a great example of a massive corporate lie where the guy goes, my wife was making these little knickknacks and nobody would let them sell her knickknacks in their store. So I said, we're going to build a marketplace where you can sell your things online and solve this major problem that we have to connect creators with the buying world. And you go, you're lying. You just wanted to make money off people selling stuff online. So you did it. You created eBay, and then eBay almost died because it was a catastrophe. And then eBay partnered with PayPal, and eBay exploded.
We're back.
And became absolutely massive.
So you're saying Elon Musk saved eBay?
In a way. All right, real quick. Damn it. You know what? We'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll work on this body cam story about the story of Sonia Massey in our final minutes here. We'll also do at least a few dispatches and everything else, including today I learned to wrap things up for a Share the Show Tuesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
You can call me Puzzle Master.
Definitely not going to do that.
How about Big Daddy?
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Tuesday forecast. And today, while temperature-wise we won't be quite as sweltering as yesterday, we'll still expect a high of 94 degrees and a feels-like temperature of around 106 in Orlando by this afternoon. We'll also see some scattered showers and thunderstorms, most of these not arriving, though, until around 4 or 5 p.m., with best chances likely taking place between 6 and 8 o'clock this evening. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Join us in Mount Dora on Saturday, July 27th at downtown Sunset Park for Last Call Mount Dora, presented by Century 21 Spouses with Houses Realty. Enjoy live music performed by the Johnny Morgan Band, street entertainment, food and beverages, and fireworks at dusk. School supply donations are encouraged and will support Mount Dora Public Schools. Event begins at 5 p.m. and is free to the public. For more information, visit cityofmountdora.com. Brought to you by the City of Mount Dora, Advent Health Waterman, and Visit Lake.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the Injury Law Firm of Kaufman Lind. After 28 years of practicing law and being responsible for thousands of people who've lost their jobs, their financial freedom, and even their lives, I believe when trying to decide on an attorney, you should ask yourself 3 things. How long have they been in business? Do they have good reviews? And do they actually care? Hopefully you never need us, but if you do, call us at 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Or visit us at whenyouneedus.com. Offices, Orlando.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. It's the only place to see the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and more. It's big-time fun for the whole family. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Kia Center August 3rd and 4th. Brought to you by BKT Tires, Morgan & Morgan, and your local Ford dealers. Visit monsterjam.com today.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to inventhelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at inventhelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors received more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential and explain every step of their invention services. Remember, that's inventhelp.com. inventhelp.com.
Hey homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious, your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at SolarSource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
Men over 45, do you have a frequent, urgent need to urinate or a weak flow? Do you suffer from an enlarged prostate or BPH? Know your options. If BPH medications are bothering you or you're worried about invasive surgery, ask about the Urolift system. The Urolift system is an outpatient, minimally invasive procedure. It reopens the channel with no cutting and provides rapid symptom relief with no new, sustained erectile or ejaculatory dysfunction, as shown in a clinical study. Go to Urolift.com and click on Find a Physician for a doctor near you. Urolift.com. UROLIFT.com. Most common side effects are temporary and can include discomfort when urinating, urgency, inability to control the urge, pelvic pain, and some blood in the urine. Rare side effects, including bleeding and infection, may lead to a serious outcome and may require intervention. If you suffer from symptoms of an enlarged prostate or BPH, the Urolift system is a proven alternative to BPH medication or invasive surgery. Visit Urolift.com and click on Find a Physician to speak to a doctor to see if you're a candidate for the Urolift system.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Sponsored by the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home at thenickley.com.
Preparing you
for the impending robot uprising.
This is the News Junk.
For a Tuesday, and big thanks to Scott M., the newest Secret Shows subscriber. You can learn about Secret Shows and unlock uncensored Secret Shows over at thenewsjunkie.com. You know what else you can do? If you go over to the News Junkie and go into the dispatches side of things, if you ever like what somebody sends in, you can gift them one. You'll see the little gift icon right next to their name where the dispatches are at thenewsjunkie.com/dispatch. That's right there, ready for you right now. Let's do this story that I've been talking about for a bit. Sonia Massey is her name. This was done all wrong. This was a truly an egregious example of police work gone wrong. And they said this woman was at her house. She called the cops because they thought there was some sort of prowler outside. And when the cops arrived, this woman, who is known to have some mental issues, she was in her kitchen, and there was a pot of hot water. And she went to grab the hot water. I think she put her hand on it or something. And the cop shot her right through the face. He shot her right through one of the eye sockets. He shot her more than one time.
Is there a growing problem of people calling the cops only to throw boiling water?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, they had a conversation ahead of time on her couch.
Yeah.
She had this pot boiling ahead of time. And it seemed like chummy until she's like, oh, I got to take this pot off. And then all of a sudden, what was the word? I rebuke you or something like that. And then
she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
And then she, and some slow motion, someone slowed it down, didn't even touch the pot. The mitts were up.
Mm-hmm.
And he shot her in the face.
Yeah, he said, you better effing not, or I swear to God, I'll effing shoot you in your effing face. He then pulled out his 9mm pistol and demanded she drop the pot, and he opened fire on the woman.
Wasn't holding the pot.
He's been indicted by a grand jury, and he's pleaded not guilty to the charges of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. Here's some of the story here. CBS News Chicago.
Breaking right now at 4, body camera video just released of the moment a sheriff's deputy shot and killed a woman in central Illinois. The video is disturbing, and the reactions are emotional from the family all the way to the White House.
Lauren Victory has been going through the video. Lauren, the situation escalated very quickly.
Well, Jim and Marie, this police encounter turns deadly in just seconds, and we need to warn viewers the body camera footage is graphic, but not right away. The officers who were called to her home spent several minutes with her gathering information about the 911 call she initially placed.
Yeah, how do you turn on a dime like that? You're chummy with her, you're shooting the S back and forth. She's telling you about a prowler outside of her house, and then you react to a pot of boiling water, and you're just fatal response is what is deemed necessary here. Obviously, people are not going to agree with that response. I don't think this guy's got a shot beating this case, but you never know with these kind of cases.
Deputies arrived to Sonia Massey's house on July 6th after she reported a possible intruder. Body camera video shows them searching her property and taking special interest in a car with broken windows.
Driver's side window broken.
They knock at least 5 times, and Massey comes to the door, mumbling something to Deputy Sean Grayson, who responds.
Oh, we heard you. You called us.
The conversation appears to be wrapping up about a minute later.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Then deputies ask more about that car.
Oh, yeah, they go back and ask her why this vehicle has smashed windows.
Wind up coming inside Massey's house for some questions. They notice the stove is on. Massey goes over to the pot of water, and things take a fatal turn.
Huh? Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Deputy Grayson's body camera shows...
What a turn. Like, how weird is that? What an insanely unhinged personal response to her going, what are you running away from? Oh, my boiling water? Oh, I rebuke you. And then he's like, I will shoot you in your effing face and I will blow your face. What a weird-ass human response in a situation like this.
His vantage point as he raises his weapon. Massey places the pot down, puts her hands in the air, and ducks. Grayson
She's on the ground. She wasn't even holding the water.
Unclear to see. So Massey said something about, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and the deputy said something about, you better not, I will shoot you in the face. Just minutes ago, Massey's father, James Wilburn, talked about...
Does he think that she was... like saying some sort of like not spell, but obviously to him it seemed like it. Like that's what she was going to do. Like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. It would be
water. It would be even dumber than if he was just worried about the boiling water by itself. Like, she didn't even have her hands on the boiling water when he executed her in the kitchen.
Nope.
He shot her with her. I think she had the
mitts up.
The mitts on
up.
Like on top of her head or something, as she's crouched down on the floor of her kitchen.
Her reaction after he said, I'm going to shoot you in the effing face.
Right, and then he still fired the
did
shot.
It. I mean,
it's just obviously wrong. He's just obviously, this is a murder charge.
Sad man.
It sucks that this woman died, but, that's the outcome you have here. You have to start punishing cops for this stuff. You have to show that you can't do this and get away with it. This guy was out of line and unhinged and murderous, and that's why this ended this way.
The video of what happened.
I kind of feel like, Roxanne, it's a dream.
That's her dad.
I'm going to wake up, but I just don't know kind of what to say. I saw this happen in the George Floyd matter. I saw this happen in the Breonna Taylor matter. And I had to say to God, why me? Why my child?
So there you go. And this is obviously a huge story because they've finally released the body cam footage. And then you can't hide from that. It's right there in front of everything. N8 Mass on Twitch says, and the cop was in his 6th police department and had 2 DUIs. True. Very, very true.
She also said it kind of playfully, almost flirtingly, like, oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Like, if she...
I don't think she was serious. She was laughing.
Right. If she had said, like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, then maybe you could be a little concerned that some boiling water might be coming your way, but still.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't mean you get shot in the face.
No, it shouldn't. It did in this case, but it shouldn't, unfortunately. Let's do the final dispatches. Here we go with those.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play.
We got a ton to get into here. Gunny on YouTube says, enough already. The cop was wrong. Prosecute him. Sean's show has turned into the cop haters channel. Oh, God, what a boring take. What an unsophisticated and boring take. Let me just move on to the dispatchers. Maybe they got something better. Here's Daddy 2 Times with a dispatch.
What up, Sean? I'm just curious because you gave a long list of things for Harris to do to kind of prove the validity of her candidacy, right? But of that list of things, I don't think Trump could check off one of them. And he's already technically served as president. So I'm kind of confused as to the higher bar that's being set for Harris when Trump is kind of just stepping over a bar on the ground and saying, I'm qualified.
Yeah. Well, there's obviously not the same bar for both of them. You can see what Trump supporters are willing to do and put up with and still vote for the guy, right? Harris's job is to win over the rest of the voters out there, to win over centrists and people who aren't attracted to her candidacy as of yet. And I outlined the reasons why they weren't excited about her candidacy as of yet. And I think those are right. She doesn't have to... She's not competing with Trump in that way, that they have to check off all the same boxes.
You kind of almost answered your own question, Daddy, 2 times. Trump has already been president, so he was elected. There already is a following of people who think he's qualified for the job. He doesn't have to reprove that to them. He might need to get some of the outliers, the never Kamalas, never Harris.
It's kind of foolish. Like, this strategy for Kamala Harris is not going to be the same strategy as it is for Trump. That doesn't make any sense. They're going to have very different strategies to try to win this. That's the question I was answering. All right, let's get into it. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024. Here we go. Today I Learned this event right here.
Olympics.
The Olympics is correct. The Olympic torch relay was invented by the Nazis at the 1936 Summer Olympics in Berlin as a way for Hitler to spread Nazi influence to other countries. It's a tradition that has taken place at every game since, and we went from that to Snoop Dogg carrying the torch in the last couple of days here. He's one of the torch bearers.
Snooping Dog.
And
Has he
that's
lit a joint with it yet?
No, that he should
Oh
if he
my
didn't.
gosh.
No. Here we go. Today I learned this lady right here.
Mariah Carey.
That's right. Mariah Carey wrote and recorded a secret grunge album under the pseudonym Chick. She did it like it was Chris Gaines.
I was going to say she Chris Gaines.
She Chris Gaines like Garth Brooks alter ego, and she was Chick. And Sony said, no, you can't do this. It'll ruin your image entirely.
Give me that audio.
I've never heard anything from it, but that would be cool to hear, actually. Mariah Carey going hardcore. All right, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? You can go over to thenewsjunkie.com and get the links to the podcast. We'll see you later, everybody.